And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Save or Dice. Thank you so much for joining us on this rainy evening here in Texas. I don't know where you guys are, but it's raining outside. So I have some beautiful, amazing, sexy, wonderful, fat goblin-liked people here with me. I'm Cody with Taking 20. Of course, we have the incredible Lauren B, aka xMsGinjaNinja. We have the fat goblin Guy SCLANDERS with How to Be a Great GM behind the screen. We have David FRIANT of Nerdarchy. We have Jacob BUDZ of XP to level 3. And of course, we got Michael Hunt with unMadeGaming. Here to talk about the winners from our giveaway contest for some Elderwood boxes is David FRIANT.
Hey, we did have some winners, and I just had that page up. It's back. Yes. All right. So I want to congratulate our 6 winners. So 5 mini hex chests and 1 not mini hex chests. So I guess I'll go with the minis first, right?
Go with the minis first. We
got Mason Hubert, Ryan Edwards, Brandon Stiles, Cordred, or is it Cordredded? And we have S2's fan. They all won the mini hex chests, and the minis come with dice too, right?
Yes, they do. They come with the Norse Foundry metal dice there. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Ooh, I can see plenty things.
Fancy.
Those dice are awesome.
And they are definitely tiny.
Tiny.
They're mini.
And so Jalen Ginger is our winner of the full size.
What?
That's cool.
So we will be in contact with you folks via email. So hopefully you gave us a good email. I love it when people enter contests and give a bogus email. I was like, why'd you even bother?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to have them send it to me or my brother or family or whatever.
It works. That's what I would do.
And Mike, you have some information on our new giveaway starting tonight. So if you guys didn't win, don't worry. We've got some other cool swag we're giving out. Mike, you got some details on that?
I do. I am forced to tell you guys under penalty of pain of death that we are doing another giveaway for the next few weeks. We are giving away 3 Steam keys for Dungeon Painter Studios. Dungeon Painter Studios is also one of our sponsors here on the channel. It's a studio in which you paint dungeons. Nailed it. Thanks, Jacob, for that one. Also a sponsor today is our previous giveaway, Elderwood Academy. They make dope hex chests, tiny dope hex chests, and other cool wooden things. They make a cool spell book and like dice towers and all kinds of neat stuff. And last but not least, everyone knows my favorite virtual tabletop of choice, Fantasy Grounds, which we'll be using all season long. And it definitely doesn't hate me and definitely wants me to roll really well, right? Right.
Sorry,
Shut up, guy. Same team, guy. Same team.
Cool. I'm entering.
Are you going to enter?
That's all we got.
I don't care. Enter.
Oh, sweet. I'm actually going to do it.
Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
We all win the mini hex chest. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Cody Lewis, Dave Friant, and Jacob BUDZ all are the winners. Congratulations.
And
thank you for sponsoring.
and one more thing before we head over to the rest of the game, we have a special announcement starting next Tuesday, starting next week. We have a brand new Save or Dice weekly game. This thing is going to be, it's officially sponsored by Ulysses North America, so we're going to be playing some Killer Torg Eternity. David Friant's going to be in that game. Jacob BUDZ is going to be in that game. I am going to be in that game, and we're going to be introducing Jeremy Pilipo from Black Magic Craft in that game as well. So follow us on Twitter and do all those things, and here's a little preview of it. Apparently I don't have sound, so I won't be able to talk while I show you the preview. So there you guys go. So come check out that game. It should be European friendly. So come hang out with us there, and of course it'll be up here on YouTube afterwards. So you guys can come and watch some more fun shenanigans as we play Storm Knights in Torg Eternity. All right, Guy SCLANDERS.
Thank you. Now that we can finally start. All right, so I'm glad that it's European friendly. I think the French will appreciate that. Now, moving on quite swiftly, you are all aboard the giant skywheel known as Saturn. who is currently making her way towards the city that you were hoping to get to. You've just finished that combat with those very weird, undead-looking individuals, and riding on that white dragon some distance away is that figure who kept appearing next to you with that skull inflamed or sort of delayed motion to it. The combat has just come to an end, and that's where the five of you find yourselves. You've got the map. You can see what's going on. I see we're still missing somebody from the team.
From actually logging in.
I disconnected from accident. I don't know how.
My name's Cody Lewis. I run production on Saber Dice, and
I'm logged in. I'm logged in, Mike. You want to do
Now.
this? All right, that's one. That's one, buddy.
All right.
That's one.
Okay, well, those of you that are present can see that this white dragon is sort of hovering at a safe distance away from the Skywell.
Is it flying away?
It's watching and it's observing as the last of the undead who was holding on to the straps that was Eldritch blasted off is falling away into oblivion down below.
I'll draw 2 arrows and point it at the dragon.
Right. It doesn't seem to react. It's just watching, seeing what's going to happen. Valentin, you're still not on my map, but when you arrive, you will see.
Getting in there.
I see. I'm sure I'm next over here to Draxus hanging out.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So on the map, you can see that there was one additional undead creature whom everybody else sort of in the chaos and the pandemonium did not see. But Valentin, you just see it. You catch a glimpse of this individual. He is currently moving around the side of this cupboard on the head of the Skywell and that forecastle that they used to steer Sartun from, and has an unfortunate individual who was hiding in the cupboard. The captain has been taken hostage by him, and is basically being held by this undead creature. The undead creature is slowly making its way around to come to the forward to be seen as poor old Captain Sirac is being held by this creature.
I will immediately move my arrows over. I don't know why I said 2. I only have 1. 1 arrow over towards to them. I'll aim my bow over and I'll notify everybody else. And I just kind of point forward and I'm like, hey, look.
Everybody else, you're free to act. We're not an initiative. The undead holding the captain says, shouts out over the wind because the Skywell is moving. Release me and your captain will live.
I roar in response. I believe I'm still a tiger.
Right.
Jinx goes, that seems fair. We need a captain, right? Do you guys know how to fly?
Yes, you don't need me. Absolutely, I'm very important, he says.
Go, Sen.
I beg your pardon?
Go. Leave.
All right, that's what you say to him. Draxus, Barnabas?
I'm kind of holding at the moment. I'm just kind of evaluating the situation. I want to kind of look around to see if the dude on the dragon is going to be making any moves. But he's got a prisoner. I'm not going to make any aggressive move towards him.
Draxus?
The guy in the dragon has him?
No. The guy on the dragon is
How the hell
about
did he get down?
100 feet away.
Okay, fine.
He's just watching what's happening.
All right, I thought I heard he had him. I was like, when did he swoop in and steal a guy?
Right. No. This was the last figure who hadn't been accounted for. There were 5 that originally attacked. You've only taken out 4. This was the last one.
Where's the other guy?
The other guy.
The guy who was on the reins of the Skywell.
He's still there. He's hiding behind the bench.
Oh, God.
One hand holding the reins, the other hand watching what's going on. Aknasim.
Yes.
Yes.
Draxus standing next to Valentin kind of looks. I don't think we really need him.
Don't do it.
The one holding the reins is still here. He's the one that flies the ship.
I could try and fire, but it would risk his life.
Can Jinx hear you guys?
From this distance with the wind, it's not likely.
What'd you say, Draxus?
What if we fire at the same time?
All right, so you're going to shoot the guy, right? The undead guy, right?
Yes, not the captain.
I'm going to insight that shit right now.
What do you mean?
I'm fairly certain the rules are you shoot the hostage.
Same.
I don't fucking know.
Need the hostage.
Okay,
Mike-
on 3.
Mike's like, that wasn't what I was planning.
But now, can an element blast go through someone? Yeah, why not? Let's find out.
All right, so you're gonna try and fire at this individual.
I'm gonna shoot at the undead, and I'm gonna use sharpshooter. I'm only getting a +2, but if I hit, I'm gonna do a lot of damage.
All right, and Draxus, what are you using?
I am also going to shoot at the. Actually, you know what? Narratively, since combat just ended, I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hex over to this guy, and then shoot my Eldritch Blast at him.
All right,
Oh boy, here we
both
go.
of you can make your attacks at the same time. He does not see them coming.
Fucking nailed it! Wow.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, do your damage.
Come on, guys.
Damage.
Don't fuck this up.
I rolled a 1, but I got a +13.
Hold on. I got 7 plus a hex. 9. So 9 plus 14, 20
23.
23.
23 plus your 14, right?
He got 9.
No,
so
that total.
Oh, 9 in total.
It's 23 total.
23. All right. The arrow and the blast. What color is your Eldritch Blast? What color is your magic?
It's like a dark green with it's like a dark green energy with like crackles of like light green energy kind of going through it.
This undead is just wreathed in this green flame, and then the arrow completely pierces through the eye socket and out the back. There is a wonderfully cinematic moment where he steps backwards from the impact and then falls off of the side of the
Awesome.
and disappears down into oblivion below.
Very
The
good.
trick is if we just take a step forward and just plan like we did this the whole time, no one will know. Act confident.
Barnabas is going to run up to the captain. Don't worry, sir. I've got you. And make sure that he doesn't fall off, even though he probably isn't any close to falling off.
I will aim at the dragon again.
All right.
I will yell at him and I'll say, we don't make any deals. Why are you here?
With one, it looks like a very easy or casual kind of tug. This maroon armored individual pulls on the reins that controls his dragon, and it flaps its wings once and pushes away, heading off in the opposite direction. He doesn't seem to be interested. It doesn't seem to be interested. As it disappears off. You probably got range, I suppose, if you wanted to fire a single arrow, but it's moving quite quickly.
I will. You know what? I'll pad to the side of the ship,
Right.
or whatever you want to call the rig is.
Yes,
And
I need to.
put one of my tiger paws on the side of the whale, and tell the whale to follow the dragon. Speak with animals is not a concentration spell, and I had it on for a wild shape.
All right. Satoon goes wrong direction.
What do you mean? He
What
just
did he say?
attacked us. We have to track him down. Or actually, what do you mean? He just attacked us. They threatened the captain. We have to track them down.
I forgot about that shit.
All right. So Satoon is going to try and you speak whale, which is unusual. Satoon starts to pull away, and starts to follow that white dragon. But it is like the Titanic trying to turn and avoid that iceberg. Incredibly inefficiently slow, and probably not likely to happen. So it's curving slowly around. The dragon can, in a straight race, the white dragon probably would win. Over a long time, though, that the dragon's going to have to eventually land. It cannot sustain itself, whereas Satoon can just fly indefinitely. They're designed to do that. However, at the front, you hear this yelp and this muttering in Elvish as a very concerned actual pilot starts to wonder what the hell his whale is doing because she's not following his orders.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
So he's sort of pulling on the reins. He's swearing. Barnabas, you hear him call out to the captain. The captain looks back. What? Then the captain looks back at you, Barnabas, and at all of you. My friends, you have saved me. I will not forget this. I am now in your debt, but it's a little debt, but because it is a little life, but I am in your debt. But we have a technical problem at the moment. So please all take your seats. We will figure this out right away. Akanaxim, what do you mean the whale is going in the wrong way? He says, he's running over to the pilot's chair.
Heroes do not require debts for doing work of heroes. But we appreciate the sentiment.
Fantastic. All debts cancelled. Great. Fantastic. No discount, no refunds. Good. Okay. Now, what is happening here? He shouts from the front of the ship.
Damn it, Barnabas.
Jenks, what are you doing?
Jenks is just like, okay, you can go by, and then they kill him, and she's just like, oh, that didn't end how I... Okay. And then she just kind of looks around and sees the sky whales turning, and she just plops down. She just sits there.
Right. With this group, who knows what's going to happen?
So
She's just holding on.
Master Saturn.
Can you repeat that? Sorry. My computer had a moment of like, what the hell is going on?
Faster, Saturn.
Hold on.
can we hear Venkus doing this?
You hear some vague moaning coming from Venkus.
Making very uncat.
I don't know what Venkus is doing, but I don't know parts of it.
What are you right now? What are you shapeshifted to?
A tiger. A tiger. He probably sounds like he's talking.
She'll go over. She'll go over and sit next to you and give you like head scratchies.
Yeah, you suspect there may be a furball coming up, considering the noises this tiger is making. Everybody except for Vankus, because you have 4 legs, everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw as the whale suddenly surges forward. Her tail starts to beat, and her 4 massive flippers start to push against the air as she starts to...
This became significantly less funny. Those
rolls.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics is good. Yeah, yep. Sorry, acrobatics.
Neat.
Doesn't make a difference. I mean,
Just open my.
Can I do acrobatics instead?
Yep. So far, the number you're looking to beat is anything. Well, there we go. You beat it.
Yes.
Okay.
By 1. I got 1.
Draxus, Jenks, Barnabas, you guys all kind of get knocked off of your feet. Jenks, you're already sitting down, so you kind of just roll around a little bit as this whale starts to move. Barnabas, there's definitely some foot movements, and then you have to brace yourself very carefully. But you're nearby the barrels anyway, the bed, so you probably just sit down on the bed itself, I would imagine. As she now starts to surge forward, you can see the whale is now definitely following this dragon, which is sailing away. Anybody can give me a history check, if you so please.
That's a thing I can do. 13.
Yep. So Draxus, you and Jenks, you both realize this whale, or at least this dragon anyway, is currently hightailing it. Vankus, you're aware of this as well, is hightailing it deep into the Orcish territory, heading towards the city of Butte. So I don't know if that means anything to you, but it's heading deep into Orcish territory. At the front, you can see poor old Aknas... Nim Kasim is busy pulling on all the reins. He's the captain is with him, trying to pull to try and get this whale to respond in any way. But it's literally like 2 ants trying to pull a human. It makes no difference what they're doing. The range to the white dragon is now about 100 yards.
Hi, I'm American. What is that in feet?
Oh my god.
Like 300 feet?
300 feet.
Gotcha. Cool.
Oh
No,
my
I
god.
didn't. You know, either one way or another, I was gonna look stupid. So
Do you not watch
decided to
football?
go with the
It's
one that was just all
100
out.
yards.
Like,
It's a football
I don't fucking
field.
know what that
I'm real proud of you for saying something though. Most people would be like, yeah, Google.
is. Yeah, no. It's
Is
all out.
yards part of your system?
Only on Sundays, buddy.
Don't ever use it. I'm like, oh yes, that's about 50 yards away. No, fucking, that's far away.
You're way more likely to
or
use
it's in feet.
algebra than.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes,
yards
actually.
is an American standard. Like that's a
We
thing.
use feet in
That's the
D&D.
thing.
There's no yards.
Yeah, yards.
Yeah, but
is,
would you,
one
if
yard
you
is
said a
300.
mile, would you say that many feet?
Shut
or
up.
would
I'm
you say
shooting
a
him.
mile?
I'm shooting the fucking guy within my range, which is
Just
150.
a bigger. Okay.
If Guy starts giving us stuff in kilometers, then I get it. But yards, buddy, come on.
Kilometers are a bit easier.
I want to shoot the rider if I can see the rider.
You can every now and again see him as the tail of the white dragon sort of swoops up and down. It
All
blocks. But you can time it so that you reckon you'll hit him rather than the
Will
dragon.
be no, fuck it. I'd rather just hit him. So I'm gonna just do a regular roll. Boop.
No whammies.
16, your arrow flies out, and it looks to be true. As it's getting to the point where it should now just impale straight through his shoulder blades, there's this shimmering of red energy, and the arrow seems to vaporize as it's about to hit him.
Damn. He's got magic shit. He can vaporize arrows. It's quite effective.
With his swords, he can vaporize them with his swords.
Quickly, Jinx, we should pray to Braxus.
So the captain comes running over.
Should play to Draxus. You're right.
And he says, so the whale, that is, how good are you at fighting orcs?
Are you talking to me? Huh?
He's shouting at Barnabas.
I'm wonderful at fighting orcs. I've smote many of orc in my day.
That is very good, very good. We are about to head into the orcish territories. This is very bad. They like to eat sky whales. So we
maybe I
off a line.
perhaps I misheard you. They're going to eat our whale, is what you said. Yes.
He looks the entire length of the 250,000 feet, because I don't know how to do it from yards. Anyway, the big whale, he looks down at the large whale and he goes, there is a lot of good eating here.
Well, then
orders.
I think the only sensible and heroic thing to do is to protect this innocent beast. Perhaps we should not go headlong into the orc territory immediately.
We don't have much choice, sir. She seems to be wanting to go that way. And when the Skywell says, I'm going left, you go, right, so are we.
Did you tell her that she was going to be eaten?
I think
You're going to be eaten!
Jenks is just sort of sitting there giving the tiger head scratches, realizes based on these sounds, he's probably communicating with this thing. Is that something she could deduce?
Give me an arcane check.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Yep, definitely communicating with the whale.
I think she just kind of stops and just rights herself again and looks over and is just, I think we have to leave if we want to save your friend. And she just pats the floor. I don't think this is a good idea.
So I will look at you quizzically, and then I look down at the whale, realizing my spell has probably expired a while ago, so I can't actually change the commands I've given the whale, and I will revert back to Vankus from the tiger form. The spell has ended. I can no longer commune with the whale.
Oh,
75 yards to the dragon.
this is bad.
I mean, I'll fire again.
Make your attack.
Do you know what a barbecue is? That is about to happen.
So we
We can
doing
fight
this?
the orcs. Don't worry.
Are we fighting the dragon guy? Is that what we're doing here?
Everybody sort of looks over at the white dragon, which is definitely getting closer. Your arrow this time should have hit him directly in the head, but as it smacks through his red shield, it bounces off of his helmet. So you're getting closer.
You said. I'm very
He
upset.
now turns to look behind you because obviously he's now aware that someone is peppering him. He sees that you're following. So the dragon comes to a dead stop and wheels around.
Thanks for joining us on the Kharos Stones, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you next week.
The
We'll see you on Tuesday for the new stream.
On Tuesday.
new longer stream. So that's interesting. The dragon turns around. It comes to an absolute stop. It's not on its nose. It's just that I didn't make the map long enough for this encounter. So I'm just putting the dragon there to remind everyone where it is. It comes to a complete stop, and we're going to go into initiative, please, everybody.
Oh boy.
Which means I get to roll, right?
Are you going to roll for all of us, or do you want us to roll?
You can roll.
If you go to initiative and then hit clear initiative and then roll all initiatives, it'll roll
right,
everybody, including NPCs.
Initiative. I go re-roll all initiatives, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. So our initiative puts the dragon first.
Great. Wonderful.
Great.
Awesome.
Yes, that's what we wanted. No, it's not. So the dragon is hovering. You're now 50 yards away as Sartoon continues to charge straight at the dragon. It's at this point that you see, I need to put these guys on here as well, so I'm just going to drop them in. It should put them in, it doesn't really matter what are they going, and they're not attacking.
That's 150 feet, Jacob, by the way.
Yeah, 150.
I know what it is now.
It's education. It's good, right? So
I was like, drop out of school and make a YouTube channel, kids.
Surek and Atnim Kasim are both in slow motion turning and getting ready to run to the back of the whale as they see the whale charging towards the dragon. The front of the whale seems to be doing something strange. You're not entirely sure what it's doing. I need to add it to, sorry, I should have added Sartoon to this whole thing. Okay. The front of the whale seems to be doing something strange. It seems to be rising up, whereas everything else is staying the same. So top of the round, the dragon is just going to fly straight towards you guys. So now it's 110 feet away, and then it's going to move again. Oh, it's a flight of 80 feet, sorry. So 150 drops down to 70 feet away, and that's all it's doing for this turn. Wait, where are we? There we go. Nemia, you're up first. What are you doing?
How far away did you say this thing was?
70 feet away. 70 feet away.
Would she have ever seen one this close before?
Dragon?
Probably not, right?
Not likely.
Okay. She runs to the front and stares at it in awe.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So next week's stream will be on.
Oh my God.
We'll think of something. It'll probably be a stand-up comedy. All right. So you're running to the front of the ship and you're watching and observing. Give me a perception check, if you please.
Okay. I feel like she runs up and sits next to the captain, like a child.
You perceive that fire is very fucking hot.
You said perception?
Yes, please.
Probably not from a white dragon, though.
That's true.
Yeah, you are completely absorbed in the amazing beauty of this beast. It is spectacular. You can see its chest seems to be expanding as it's inhaling quite a large amount of air. Javran Surak goes. Javran looks over at you. What are you doing? He says as he vaults over the chair and just starts running as fast as he can, basically towards the water bucket. His idea is to ride that barrel down. He's heard of people going over waterfalls in barrels. He's hoping the same thing will apply. Quelgoth is sitting on the dragon just watching. He seems to be, it looks like he's bracing, and in his one hand, this long red flaming blade appears, as he's getting ready. This shield magically unfolds itself around him, this very red, very luminous shield, as he gets ready for the whale. It doesn't look like he's going to flinch. That is what he is doing. Atnim Kasim is busy pulling on the ropes. He sees you next to him, Jenks, and he goes, you want to fly Skywell? You fly Skywell. He throws the reins at you, and then he runs to the back of the vessel as fast as he can, following in his captain's footsteps. Barnabas, you're up next.
Yeah, so there's only one move for Barnabas here. There's only one move, and I think you all know what it is. Raising Braylon, his shield. He charges next to Nemia. In brightest day, in the darkest of nights, no evil shall escape our sights. Let those who worship evil's might beware Brax's power and Bobo's might. And I'm going to try to shield her with my shield and do paladin things.
Barnabas is played by Ryan Reynolds.
She doesn't know that you're trying to shield her, and she's like, "Oh, that's a cool shield."
Please get behind the shield.
Yeah,
Pretty please get behind the shield. Take some cover or something.
No, did you see my reins? I'm flying this thing now.
Advantage on maybe a saving throw that's about to come our way.
Yeah, Draxus. You watching as half of the crew are running towards the dragon and the other half are running away from it.
Oh my god!
How far is the dragon?
70 feet and closing.
How many is that? How much is that in yards?
How many? What's that in kilos?
Kilograms.
How do I see the distances, Cody?
I'd like to know in centimeters.
What's the distance button?
You count the squares, buddy.
Come on. There's not like a fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too many.
I thought he said that the dragon wasn't even really that close yet. But he didn't make the map.
The dragon is 70 feet away.
Yeah. He didn't make the map big, obviously, or whatever.
Correct.
No, I'm trying to see the signs on his boat. I want to get in that pool.
Oh, in the circular, the water tank?
Yeah.
The water tank is 20 feet by 20 feet.
Yeah, but I want to get to it. And I'm like
30.
Oh, sure. No. I don't have a problem with that.
I'm going to run and jump into that pool.
Water's warm.
I know. It's a bath.
It's you jumping in there. You hear the captain shouting, no, that is mine. That is mine. As he's rushing as fast as his belly will let him.
Smart man.
As he's trying to get there. All right, so that's what Drax is doing. Valentine?
I look over and the scene is like we're all like on top of the ship and the sky whale's about to impact the dude on a dragon with a shield and a flaming sword up. He's in a much cooler game than us. I turned off like I don't know what to do, and I see Barnabas trying to shield Jenks with his paladin powers. I'm gonna run over there and put my bow away, and I'm just gonna get prepared for impact because there's nothing I can do. Maybe. Wait, I might have.
You don't.
Something.
I go through my backlog. I'm like ball bearings, nope. Caltrops, nope. Okay, I have rope. I'm going to try to. No, I'll die. I'll just get behind Barnabas.
After all that, you just tied behind Barnabas.
I don't know what to do. We're probably going to die.
I liked this character.
Bankus?
I call out, hold on, grab something. And I will kind of like
I grab Barnabas.
jump on one of those giant straps and wrap my arms and legs around it. And I'll speak with animal again and slap my hand down on the whale. Flip your body around.
Do a barrel roll.
Nose to tail. I want to try and get him to swing around so I can slap the dragon with his tail.
Oh my God. All right. So Saturn is not particularly it's not particularly bright when it comes to aerial combat like that. Usually they just swallow whatever is in their way, which is what she was going to try and do. Then the voice of God tells her to change direction. So her brain goes, I got you. I completely understand. Absolutely. With a natural 20, that whale throws her flippers forward and arches her back as she just does this complete reverse somersault, barrel rolling forward, well, over and around.
Oh no,
that's
not much better.
That's not much better. No, it isn't. So she is going to swipe at that at the dragon as she goes past. Do I just do that? 16. What is okay? So that massive tail of hers swings around, and the white dragon, who was braced for impact, was not braced for a sudden upward draft. And as the tail swishes past her, the whole dragon just is knocked backwards. It wasn't impacted, but just because of the wind, gets completely pushed backwards with the rider on her. However, everybody except for Vankus needs to give me an athletics check, please. It's not acrobatics, it's athletics. Because you're trying to hold on as the ship does a 360.
I will ask, since Barnus is brazenly shielding Jinx, and she's holding on to the reins, and Barnabas has a history of perhaps grabbing at people,
dragging her down with
grabbing
him.
at people.
What you're gonna say?
Perchance, could I use a reaction to maybe grant myself advantages? I grasp desperately at Nimia.
I'll happily let you do that.
While that happens, I'm also grabbing onto Barnabas.
Oh yes, this is that usual trick.
I'm gonna grab onto the reins.
Acrobatics. No, you son of a bitch!
Oh, there we go. Everybody grabs onto Jinx, who does not grab onto anything.
Oh no!
All going that way.
Just staring at the dragon. She forgot.
Yeah. And Draxus is going out as well, with the bathwater, quite literally. You are being thrown out. The captain, poor old Sirach. Let's see. He is making... Let's just do that. The captain's okay. He's used to this, apparently. It's not something that he is affected by. And neither is the pilot. They're both okay. It's you landlubbers who are not particularly used to this aerial motion. As the whale is going around, you suddenly all find yourselves weightless and falling down towards the dark solid sphere. Because remember, you were rising as well. So now you are several dozen miles above the darkest side, the undersphere. The terrasphere will probably break your fall, which is lucky, except that it's 5 miles below you, so that's a bit of a challenge. Vankus, what are you doing as the whale is spinning around? You're watching your companions drop like...
I yell, Saturn! No! They're falling! You must catch them!
This poor whale... tries to. She's in mid-roll and she's enjoying the sun on her belly. She hears you saying that, and then she's trying to twist. But it's complicated because when you're that big, it's not easy just to turn around. Okay, so you guys are all falling now down towards the void, the abyss below.
Are you telling me that she hasn't practiced her Bolovian sky whale yoga today?
She this is not Bolovian skywell yoga. This is Bolovian skywell contortion. Her turning circle is a good 500 feet. So for her to come around again to try and catch you is going to be difficult for her to do that.
I heard that in this world, James Leslie is a great Bolovian skywell yoga instructor.
We love you, James.
Thank you for that donation.
James.
There you go. Unfortunately, Saturn has been busy with work. You know how work gets in the way, and you've got to drop the kids off, and then you've got to go.
Yep.
You just never get around to the yoga classes anymore.
Yep. No, I know. I feel you.
Official excuse, and that's why she weighs an extra 4,000 pounds.
Happens to the best of us.
It does indeed, absolutely. Vankus, you're the only one who is still relatively in control of this whale. She's trying to turn around. So what I'm going to ask is, I'm going to ask you to please give me an intelligence check to see.
Ooh, that's a thing.
Figure out how she should do this.
Okay. Come on. Come to Papa. And I threw it right out of the box. Too much English. Too much English.
Right out the box. Wait, which roll are we taking here?
Oh! That's not a 20. That's an 18. I grabbed the save instead of the int.
Oh, right. 18. Okay, well, 18 is still good enough. You reckon there is one chance and one chance only for her to be able to catch these guys?
Wheel flop!
There are two chances. There are two chances for her to be able to catch these guys. One was the way I was going to do it. The other is a whale flop. Okay. So as she is in mid-crescendo, as she's about to arch, you shout whale flop, and she just closes her fins around herself. And this gigantic beast just starts plummeting down towards the core. Now, ordinarily, your falling velocities would reach a maximum and you wouldn't necessarily be able to catch each other, except that the core of this planet is held together by the binding spell, which actually pulls everything towards it. So the bigger you are, the more you get pulled towards the core. So she literally starts to hyper accelerate past everybody as she's down.
I think we're about to have a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy moment here.
Well, I don't know. We'll see about that.
Barnabas is just screaming, by the way, like a shrill, ah! Just like as high pitched as you could imagine. There's no composure there. Just pure
There's just no
screaming.
composure. Jenks, what are you doing whilst plummeting down next to the screaming paladin?
She's holding her knees to her chest, yelling cannonball.
Draxus?
I feel like it's one of those like almost cartoon-esque scenes where he's in the pool and it like spins and all the water and him simultaneously lack of gravity that just happens. And, like now he's falling as a bucket of water as it's flipping over underneath him, and he's just hoping to land back in the tub. That's the best thing for him. But he's just kind of keep in the water. He's trying to grab the water to like catch some impact.
Nice. Valentine?
Spinning and tumbling and not knowing which way is up, and I turn and I think Barnabas is somewhere, and then I just look around as we're all falling, and he's just like, all right, this is like the 8th time today I've almost died, so
It's been a hell of a day. It's one day.
Bring it on. Yep. All right, so this whale surges past you. Vankus, you reckon that you are probably now below most of them. There's a weird water creature that's busy spraying water out in all different directions. You realize that must be Drax. You shoot past a screaming paladin. You shoot past Valentine, who seems to have a stoic resolve. And then you catch up with the cannonball. She has now overtaken them. Now what is your command, sir?
Pull up!
Oh my god.
All right.
All 300 feet.
I really just want to live.
Yep. You all hear this ecstatic, it's almost like an orgasmic moan emanating from this gigantic whale as she now pulls her flippers out and just spreads herself completely open. So from a plummet, she now suddenly opens up sideways. Everyone is now dropping. I need you to collectively give me an acrobatics check. So that 4 of you need to roll your acrobatics check, and you need to get above 50 in order to succeed. Well, there's 23, 34, 47. We need a 3 from Draxus.
Double ones.
No pressure. No
Oh,
pressure.
no, sorry, not
I already rolled.
Draxus. Who hasn't rolled?
Venkus.
Valentine. Valentine and Venkus.
Valentine.
What am I rolling?
Acrobatics.
Oh boy.
You need to roll above 3.
Okay.
You
did
got it. The 4 of you slam into the whale onto various parts. You take a whopping 1 point of damage. As you all just drop randomly. You can roll a d20 for me, please, Draxus. Yeah, you miss the barrel by about a foot and land solidly next to it in this wet mess. However, everybody seems to be relatively okay.
I pop up and I yell, "What the fuck is going on? What is happening?"
There is
That
a
was the first time I've ever seen a Bolivian sky whale do that.
I climb back up on the deck. I saved your lives. No need to thank me.
Thank you.
Barnabas
Oh,
is
no
still
need.
panicking.
Like Barbas is just still there.
He's got his eyes
Like
closed.
like when you jump in the shallow end, but you think you're drowning. No.
That's exactly it. He's like on the deck, eyes closed, totally still screaming, like he is still falling to his death.
I angrily walk up, like trying to compose myself, all the way over to Barnabas, and I get like 2 inches away from him. I'm like, good, and he walks away.
Is there food in these barrels that I'm standing near?
it's labeled beans.
All right. She comes back over with a handful of beans and meets up with the group.
They're like hard beans.
They're uncooked
Yeah,
beans.
she's just trying to eat them. She's never had them.
Like a rock.
Hard bean.
The captain nods to you as you come towards him. The Skywell seems to be quite happy, but as Atanim Kasim takes the reins again, he starts pulling on them. She doesn't seem to want to change direction. You can see he and the captain are still debating, still arguing. Bankers, you do still have your Speak with Animals active.
It depends on how much time has gone by. It lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah. The plummet and plunge probably took about 5, so you probably got 5 minutes left.
All right, so I will put my hand back on her side. Good girl.
So much fun. Again?
Oh my god.
Maybe you should let the human steer for a while. It'll make him feel better.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow.
Yes, it says with sort of a tremulous delight. There's a quiver that kind of ripples through the whale as you are standing on her. She now starts to respond, and she starts to take her big turn back up to back towards the solosphere. The captain comes over to you and says, I don't know what happened there. I think it was a dark curse from that strange dragon-riding bastard who attacked our ship. But we are now back on course, and I am happy to report we will only be about 5 hours delay arriving at Sal Axadrom. Is everything okay?
That's excellent. That's excellent to hear. That we all made it safely, of course, by Brax's light.
Yes, but Brax's light. Yes, absolutely. None of you
around for the dragon
experts, are you?
Experts in what?
Bolivian sky whales. Ours seems to be having mechanical problems.
I don't think that's how sky whales work.
I don't think so either. I was just hopeful. He says as he makes his way back.
Yes, I've flown many Peruvian sky whales in my time. It's I've 3, 10, 20, all of them with problems each. No, I don't know what's wrong.
He walks
That
back.
didn't seem very jumpy.
He's very graceful.
I'm upset.
Yes.
Pockets got away. We did flips on a whale.
You
We
did
almost died again.
But we didn't.
The dragon was pretty cool, though.
Oh, good.
Perfect. Also, now we all know for a fact that Barnabas screams like a girl.
Oh, that's very true.
And that's
I
worth 1,000
don't-
gold.
Hey, I take offense to that.
Sorry, Jim.
Barf.
Yeah,
I didn't hear you scream
he
once.
just stretches.
I did. I yelled cannonball.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
More of a shout.
I was trying to land in the tub with you, because there was water, but
Yeah, me too.
ruined.
Me too.
I'm looking around for the dragon.
It looks as if the dragon has moved on. You can't see it from here. It's sort of lost because you plummeted quite a good distance. And when you look up, you can just see the undersides of the solar sphere islands and things around you. But
So,
yeah, give me a perception check if you like.
Sure. I need more screens. I tell you, more screens.
I have 3, and it's great.
I bet it is.
Yeah, Jinja's
There we
4.
go. You can see possibly way off in the distance, heading towards one of the larger islands, still more towards the east. What you think is the shape of that dragon moving away, flying away. By now, they're probably half a mile away.
Yeah, I'll just kind of note that to myself. In hindsight, that was my best ideas. So Vegas will kind of head off towards where all the cargo is to go take a nap, muttering to himself about synchronized what are they? Bohemian, Boharian, Bolovian sky whale, synchronized Bolovian sky whale teams. This could be a thing.
I hate you so much, Dave.
It could be a thing. All right. So unless anyone is going to do anything spectacular, you managed to get in a long rest on your journey to.
Oh, thank God.
I want to point out that if you have artistic skills and you're out there in the comments, if you draw the logo for Bolovian synchronized sky dancing, I'm going to make that into a t-shirt. Facts.
Can you also make a picture of his character screaming child at a bear?
I want you in the tub of water as you're falling, and you're just looking into the camera like Jim from The Office, just like as you're just like falling.
For the record, guy, you can rest us in the combat tracker if you go down to the very bottom. Okay, cool.
I have, yes.
Thank you much.
Thank you. It is.
Rest me, fat goblin.
No, that's a fucking t-shirt. No, that is a fucking t-shirt.
Indeed, rest has happened. There is much joyous quietness as the Sky Will continues her journey. And it is probably around 8 o'clock in the morning when, Valentine, you are awoken by this aching in your chest around the green light.
Oh, hot button. Oh, wait, not set. Ugh.
For Jacob, is that American 8 o'clock or?
Oh my fucking God.
Yes,
I don't have
yes. Wait until we start talking about the temperature of the sun, then that's going to get interesting. All right.
What's Celsius? I push it.
As you touch it, you get the strong sense that you now need to go down, not up anymore. And sort of scanning around, you realize you're now in the upper solar sphere. So there are a few clouds around, but no more islands above you. You've obviously breached the solar sphere's layering. So now the solar sphere is now below you. So you get.
I will go to the outside bit of the sky whale, and I want to look down if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. As you look down, you can see these 3 very large islands, and on one of them is this community. You assume that to be Sel Axadrom, the city that they were talking about. But directly below you, there are 3 very small floating islands. I mean, there's lots of them all over the place, and usually people don't colonize them because there's a big risk that they're going to impact into one of the bigger islands. But at the very center of one of these smaller islands, and when I say small, I'm talking maybe 1,000 foot in width, give or take. There is this large pyramid in the center of it, and you can see just dozens of people around. But at the very center of that pyramid, on the top of it, you can see this green shining light, quite visible from where you are. Everybody else is still slumbering.
I will go find the captain.
He is currently having tea, sitting at the front next to Atnim Kasim. He looks up at you.
Are they at a?
Good morning. Very good morning. You want to buy some coffee?
Yes, of course, that would be wonderful.
He
Question.
starts pouring you some coffee.
Thank you. Do you have parachutes?
What?
You know, like if you were to fall off of the side of the whale, you could secure yourself by.
Oh, you mean, do we have the glider? Yes. This ship is equipped with one glider. It's
Only
big
one?
enough for 4 people. What?
Oh, good. All right. Do you think that would be a possibility for us to use?
Oh, let me assure you, Nim Kasim spent the whole night last night looking all over the whale. She will not again plunge downwards like before. You have no worries. You are not going to fall off this ship again, probably.
Good. Then could you land the whale down there by the pyramid island thing with the green light?
What would you want to go down there? That is Ivanite. You can see from here.
I poke at the green light spilling out of my armor. I'm like, it's important. We could jump. We just have to take the glider.
Glider is only one way, down-ish. So you can't get back up onto us. But you say it's important.
Remember yesterday when the people came aboard and they were trying to kill us and they were like, "Oh, you're not."
Your friend, that Barnaby from Buxenbergen.
No, not
He
him.
said all bets were clear.
It was the dragon and them, and they were here for me, or this at least.
You are welcome to take the glider. It will get you off of this skywheel very quickly, very, very safely down to that very nice collection of people down there. They're very accommodating, very, very welcoming people. Very nice people, apparently, from what I've heard. You want to get off now?
I've got to talk to the rest of my team. So be back. And I go down to where everybody else is sleeping.
Sure.
And I go over to Barnabas and are you sleeping with your armor on?
No. He's not a
I pinch
heathen.
his
He's
nipple.
a civilized man.
I pinch his nipple really hard.
Ah, why would you do that?
So I thought you would scream louder and wake everybody else up.
That is a strange custom.
Well, you were screaming a lot yesterday, so I figured. Anyways, we need to go down.
I appreciate it, but I don't
We need
quite
to
swing
go
that
down,
way.
like off of the sky whale. We may have to jump off a glider.
Oh, right. Why would we do that, though?
Well, the captain doesn't want to bring the sky whale down, and there's a green glowing thing, and this thing really wants me to head downwards, and, we're all off in that destiny and shit, and I don't know. I was going to bring it to you guys. I wasn't going to do it alone.
He kind of looks over at everybody else sleeping like...
You both hear a vague scream coming from some distance to the underside of the whale. Very faint scream.
I don't know if we should... Wait, did you hear that?
I run, and I go check out what it is.
Yeah, I'll follow.
The two of you sort of peer over the edge of the skywheel, and the pyramid is a lot closer. Clearly, the captain is quite happy to have anyone who brought dragons to his ship leave his dear
Oh,
skywheel.
good.
He's lowered her down now, and you can see the top of this pyramid. It's actually a stepped ziggurat more than a pyramid. At the very top, there is this very scantily clad, very old-looking man with lots of feathers and things sticking out of his body, and he has this large black dagger raised over a very, very nubile-looking young lady who has this green glowing thing in the middle of her chest. She's the one who's screaming because it looks like he's done a few sacrifices already so far this morning, because there's blood everywhere on the top of this ziggurat, and there's bodies down the stairs.
Yeah, halt! Stop that! And is there a way to get down to him?
At the moment, the distance is about 400 feet. You do realize, though, he has, sort of looking at the scene, there are two fairly well armed, again, not heavily armored, men standing on either side of the altar that she's on. And then there's probably about 300 worshippers at the base of the pyramid, all busy chanting to Ivan, the god of the sun.
I look over at Barnabas and I say, do you think they want to do that to me?
Probably. Also, we should stop them.
That's a good idea. We should get everybody else, though.
No problem.
Valentine, do you know?
And I'm going to yell out
Bunkus,
fire
you're awake?
across the boat.
No, I don't know them. I don't know who
Everyone
they are.
Well, you have the matching
Yeah,
glow.
but that was recent. I don't know who this is, but I want to save them. I don't want them to die. So maybe we should all get on the glider and you turn into a squirrel and we jump off.
Why don't you just shoot it?
It's really far.
How far is really far?
I need to be at least another 50 yards closer.
Are you sure? How many feet?
Maybe about, I don't know.
I thought he said it was 400 feet away.
It is 400 feet.
Do you have a calculator, Jacob?
This map
Oh
is
shit! No, I
great.
can fucking shoot him. Never mind. I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna do a army shot.
Shoot the
And
knife out of his hand.
I'm gonna shoot the knife out of his hand.
Make your
Try at least.
make your attack.
All right. Oh geez. Boop.
Yeah, that arrow goes wide. There is a loud scream, and one of the worshippers who was busy bowing down to worship the sun suddenly stands up with this arrow sticking out of their back and looks momentarily confused and then topples over onto the ground. This causes everybody just to break out in pandemonium. The one who was about to sacrifice this woman looks up, sees you,
Oops! Fires again.
and this ant's nest just starts to come alive as people start running. Okay,
Is there like a rope as we're? I mean, are we heading down towards them, like at an angle, or are we flying
you
near
can
them?
see that Surak is busy dragging this glider out of a box, which he's now folding the wings out. He's like, "You want to get off? Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting ready." It's
Traxxas,
really
is
nice.
there-
are there
get that
any-
set up?
We're stationary, just raining down arrows on these poor people.
Are there? I'm looking for any type of rope. Anything. I want a
you get it.
chandelier swing, basically.
It's 400 feet down.
400 feet.
I'm not saying Barnabas realizes that 100 feet of rope is not going to get there.
All the rope in the world is on this fucking
Yeah,
one.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, this-
Hey, wait, whoa, time out. In fairness, we are on a fucking animal that can swallow a dragon whole that has straps all the way around it. Okay, thinking there
don't
might
know
be some
what
long
the
rope here isn't the most fucking unheard of thing I've ever.
The
Like, come
best
on.
part is if you chandelier down, you just dangle 100 feet down, and we take the glider.
You're getting ahead of the story.
All right. So this is. I'm going to share this map with you. This is the complex that you're seeing. But
Please help.
you're grabbing rope, Barnabas, as fast as you can, sort of tying it together.
Oh no, I
but
don't want to tie it. I'm going to hand it. I'm going to hand it to
Oh.
Valentine.
You're just handing rope to Valentine. Valentine, you wanted to fire a second arrow at this man.
Oh,
on
yeah,
top
I'm
of-
firing again to try to get that freaking
All
knife in his hand. Boop. Eh,
What did you get?
back up. Okay, I rolled a 10 plus 7.
A nothing. You rolled a nothing.
I did roll. What the crap?
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that's worse. And it's not going. That's cool.
Yeah, it says you're not in the
Thank
game anymore.
you. Somebody roll for me and add a plus 7.
Ka-chow. You rolled a 1.
Thank you, Cody. I didn't ask you.
You said somebody.
How much damage do you do?
I do Cody. No, not Cody. Somebody that's not Cody. Roll 2d8 plus 3.
2d8 plus 3.
Yep,
Anyone?
and then that person needs to make a.
6.
I'm going to take the first one that I saw, which is from a character called Barnabas, who rolled 2d8 and did a whole 3 points of damage. As opposed to
I have a
max
plus 3 to
damage.
the damage, so if it's 3, then it's 6.
Yeah,
And then
if
he
it
needs to
was
make a
in bank,
strength
it would be
saving.
19 damage. All right. So the one guard who was standing next to the altar just crumples with this arrow buried deep into his chest cavity. dropping his obsidian tipped spear.
All
As you continue to rain down your arrows, rope is suddenly foist upon you.
What do you want, rope? We get on the glider.
I trust you with my life. And I'm going to grab the other rope. And as I'm running, I have no armor. I have no shield or sword because I woke up in the middle of the night. And I'm going to quickly be tying this around myself.
Don't throw your life away like this, Barnabas.
I'm gonna, unless somebody stops me. I mean,
Bankus,
this is
what
happening.
are you doing in this chaos?
Let him go.
I run over to the glider and I get on it if it's ready, and I'm like, Barnabas, grab the fucking glider and don't be an idiot.
All right.
Right. Yes, of course. That's a great idea.
The glider with rope. Okay, thankfully it hasn't been tied to anything yet, so you're just going to have a rope trail. That's okay. Draxus, what are you doing?
I was trying to watch Barnabas fall to his death, but that got ruined for me. Thanks, Valentin. Same team.
He can hang. He can hang off of the glider if he wants.
Yeah, he looks around and realizes that there's only one glider, and it's damn it. And he runs towards the glider too.
You know what? That might be a good idea. Let's tie the rope to the end of the glider, and then you can hang down a good 100 feet, and you can get them quicker.
Is there a reason why he's naked? I don't. You know what? I'm not even going to ask at this point.
And he runs and kind of grabs and holds onto the rope.
I have a nightgown on. Thank you very much.
A little hat.
It's like a long shirt. It's very manly.
It's a hand-me-down. It's just a really long shirt.
It has ruffles.
It has ruffles. Jenks, what are you doing as this ruffled paladin comes running past you?
I feel like Jenks just woke up from laying in next to all the other food. She was just kind of like laying up, looking at the sky. And so she eventually gets up, looks over the edge, sees whatever was going on down there, and is like, cool. And just walks over and hops on starts to get ready to get on the glider. So I don't mind because I'm wearing one, but are you wearing a dress?
This is.
You know what? I shouldn't ask that questions. I'm sorry.
It's my sleeping gown. It's very manly.
It's got ruffles.
You want to bring your weapon?
I'll get one when I get down there, I'm sure.
Vankus, what are you doing?
I'm going to also jump on the glider as well. I take it it's like one of those really long bars.
It is indeed, yes. It's quite a long bar. There's a very basic little foot harness at the back, so you kind of slide your feet in and just hope that you have enough upper back strength to keep yourself planking for the entire duration of the flight. All right, so then you launch yourselves off of this. As you do so, the captain's like, it's only a 4-man glider. Oh, well, bye.
Then it gets transformed into a squirrel.
Protect Bobo!
So this glider basically, instead of gliding, it comes off and then it just starts to drop. And you can see the wings are starting to just bend upwards as the weight that's on it is too great. There's a splintering, cracking sound that's starting to make its way along. The people down below have turned into this mass of ants just running in all different directions. You can see they're running into the various buildings that dot around that central plaza area. The lady with the green glowing thing, it's difficult to keep track of what's happening, but she's been grabbed by that elderly man and he's rushed inside the ziggurat with her. So effectively, you're spiraling down into this empty space. To the far northwest area, you can see there's a sort of a paddock-like enclosure. There's several animals, beasts of burden, grazing quietly. They don't seem to have been affected by the screaming or the terror at all. As you make your way down. Vankus, are you
I will push away because I see that there's too much weight on this glider.
All right.
And turn into something that can glide.
Squirrel?
Squirrel.
Your glider?
Flying squirrel?
Oh yeah, I like the sugar glider. I'm doing the sugar glider.
The sugar glider, nice.
I will kill them with cuteness.
Cuteness factor, absolutely.
Just like in real life.
I don't know why everybody got off the wheel. I was just gonna swoop in like a hero and then just get her and then get y'all pull us. All right,
it's too far. I wish you did. Of yards.
If I lose Bobo,
It's
I'll be
a
sad.
lot of yards.
It's a lot of yards.
It's a lot of yards. All right, you glide down this glider. Once Vankus drops off of it, the glider seems to right itself fairly quickly. And you can see that if you were to control this with any intent, you could probably get some good distance off of it. However, I'm assuming you want to go pretty much straight down. Valentin, you're in the driver's space, if you like. You're at the very center of it. So if you lean forward, it'll go down. If you sort of push back, it'll go up.
We're going to dive bomb basically straight onto where that lady's glowing.
So you're going to try and land on the top of the ziggurat.
Yes.
Okie dokes. Would you give me a survival check, please, using intelligence?
Sure. Once I reopen Fantasy Grounds here, and select my character, and then go to my skills, and realize I'm making an intelligence roll, and then just roll something with +0, and that's a 10.
That's a 10. All right.
Average.
It's not bad. It's your first glider experience, though. So you come down fairly rough. You don't take a huge amount of damage. I did rescale this map, didn't I? Yes, I did. Great. Okay. So you come down a little bit short of the actual pyramid itself.
Wow, that's a big map, guy. Awesome.
I like him big. That's how you land.
Ladies?
Just there.
Can you reshare it because I don't have it.
Reshared. There you go.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Good.
This massive ziggurat looms up above you. It's just covered in blood that has been spilled by sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice. In the area directly in front of you, you can see that there are probably about 20 bodies lying there that have all had their hearts cut out of their chests in some form of an appeasement ceremony. As you land, however, you can see right at the top of that ziggurat, near that sort of yellow pentacle shape, the face of the head priest sort of leaning out from behind this very square archway. And as soon as he sees the five of you land, the four, he doesn't know what the squirrel is. He looks out and he shouts, "Intruders! Kill them all!" is what happens. You then realize that in the buildings around you, there are probably 40 or so cultists all leering out of the square braces that are the window shapes. What are you guys doing? You have first option to act.
No, this is far more my speed. Here's the plan. We run up there, punch that guy, kiss the girl, and then we hold him for ransom.
Sounds good. I shoot an arrow at that guy.
I agree with this plan. Is there a weapon?
Maybe.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, Jinx. Sorry, Jinx.
You doing?
Okay.
What are you doing, Jinx?
It's too late. Go ahead. I think we're too late. We're fighting people already. She just goes to, peace? Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, peace, and you just see this rain of arrows firing up towards the old priest. Barnabas, you are running up the stairs.
In the scatteredness, any weapons around? Any shields around? Anything?
You see at
Is
the
there a
halfway
fire like a
Yes,
fire log I could grab?
there are two very large metal braces that have got fire in them, and there's definitely a log that you can grab, a brand that'll be on fire.
One hand or two hand?
I beg your pardon?
One-handed or two-handed, sir?
You could probably make it two-handed because it's quite a large fire pit. You can see halfway up the ziggurat, the one guard who was pierced by that random arrow is lying completely dead. Next to him is this very ornate-looking shield. It looks like a carved face of a very angry-looking demon type of creature. And then this very, very long spear with this very black metal spear head cresting the
I don't want the fire log. I want that
Cody,
stuff.
Are you actively looking around for shit and being loud about it?
Yeah.
I assume. Okay, perfect. So as we start to run, Drax stands beside you. He stops. He says,
Do you need a weapon?
I need something quickly.
Here.
and he unbuckles and he pulls it off his thigh and he has a machete. It's a short sword. He hands it to you and says,
Nice.
This is great for clearing jungles, but also chopping, I guess.
Perfect.
Use that.
And he hands you a short sword.
Let's be heroes. And
Awesome.
I will press up towards the woman that was going to get stabbed
All
in
right.
the heart.
So Barnabas is going to run up. You got to cross this little stone bridge firstly, and as you're crossing over the bridge, underneath you are all these bodies. So that's what Barnabas is doing.
Drax is following behind.
Drax
As a
is
sugar
following.
glider, I will jump on the back of the neck of Barnabas, like right behind his head.
All right. So you're on Barnabas. Valentine, you're firing an arrow at that old priest. Make your attack.
I sure am.
You do have disadvantage. He is hidden by that.
Oh no.
He's just looking around.
Good thing there's this handy dandy disadvantage button. Yay!
That one goes wide. The arrow smashes itself against the stonework, causing him to flinch and retract from that space as he pulls back. And then Jenks, you were being put upon because no one wants to talk. Everyone is rushing up the front of that ziggurat. What are you doing?
Where is the gentleman? I don't see him on the map. The guy that he's Valentine's firing at.
He is hiding right at the top of the ziggurat. I can put him there for you. Give me a second.
I don't know if you can call him a gentleman. He was just cutting out hearts.
True story.
That's
Jenks didn't see it happen, and she likes to fact check. Right? This could all be a misunderstanding. I'm just saying. It's been known to happen.
Just say she wants to fact check before she goes and kills this guy.
She does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Jenks is gonna run up and try to maybe push past, maybe kind of sneak by everybody who's just rushing with weapons and just hello, possible new friends, and she's just running up the steps. That's it. She's gonna use all her movement to try to get to the top.
All right, so you're rushing up the steps as well. Okay, so he is. You can now see him at the top of the pyramid there, stepping out from around the rest of the space. Hang on, I made this thing. Do I do that? Yes. There we go. Okay. So the stepping out of this building here are two very shady looking individuals. I don't know why they're not visible. There we go. Now they're visible. This is what you're seeing, Valentine. Everyone else is sort of just running, basically. We've got this guy up here. Sorry, I thought I had done this correctly.
I'm zooming out here for you people on stream. Bear with me while I try to find
where on the map everyone is, right? All right, so there's him at the top. Then there is the one guard. Why does it put them on as invisible straight away? It's very irritating. Probably a setting of mine. And then stepping out from down here. Sorry, still learning to use the map. There are cultists now starting to make themselves present as they start charging towards you, Valentine. You're the only one that they can really get to. There is a cry of desperation as they see the rest of you rushing
Oh boy.
up the pyramid steps itself.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we've been in tighter situations.
I mean, earlier we were falling out of the sky from a fucking whale. This is nothing. We're good.
This is nothing. All right, I'm going to roll initiative. Roll initiatives. There we go. That's how we're acting. And that's how we move forward. All right, so can everyone see those cultists? I'm hoping.
Correct.
2 at the
Yes.
bottom, 3 at the
Yes.
back, 2 at the top, and that sort of thing. All right, good.
Hey, dumb person question. How do you move the map? Like, how do you grab it?
Click your mouse wheel in and just drag it
Okay.
around.
Cool.
Also, I zoom out and then just zoom in wherever I'm trying to.
Yeah, where were you trying to get to? Absolutely.
We'll just give nobody with epilepsy is watching, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Valentine, you're up first. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna stay way back here, and I'm gonna move to about there, and I want to shoot the Cult Fanatic number 2.
Cult Fanatic number 2. Okay.
Yes. And let's take a risk and do a sharpshooter shot. Pew!
That's a hit. Do damage.
All right. That's a lot of damage.
How does he die?
It's very quick. Like he holds the arrow for just a moment, and then uses like his instinct to fire it very quickly, and it lands in his neck, and he just dies gurgling and falling to the ground.
Absolutely. That's exactly how he goes down.
Oh.
All right, Barnabas, you're still rushing up those steps?
Oh, yeah. So, which is the main dude? I have Cult Fanatic 1 and Cult Fanatic 2. Is it Cult Fanatic 1?
Cult Fanatic 1
That's
is
the dude with the dagger?
Yep.
Yeah. I am going to do terrible. So, was I able to get my hands on the shield or just the machete?
You got the machete at the moment. Once you get halfway up, you can literally stop, and then you can pick up the shield and the spear if you like, or just the shield.
As part of my movement, or you want me? Or is that going to eat up action?
No. It'll eat up an action. It's a completely new shield. You're not sure about the strapping, and
not worried about that. Charge up the steps.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. So yes, you can get up there, not a problem. And you're gonna attack?
I'm gonna Goldberg spear this guy.
Nice.
Just put this shoulder just right into him. So what do you want me to roll?
Athletics.
All right, fantasy grounds. Now listen, I know we've had a tough time today. I could really use this. Athletics. All right, here we go. Come on. Yeah, baby!
Nice.
Get some! I'm gonna just spear the shit out of this guy.
And
in brightest day, in blackest night, and then just a full-on leap.
Wow! As you launch at him, it looks like this lithe old man is going to get out of the way because he seems to sort of be anticipating. But you just open your arms even wider and you completely embrace him. You can roll. Give me a roll of 1d6 damage plus your strength.
Plus a strength mod of 2, so 6.
6 points of damage. All right.
And I'd like to consider that as after I tackled him, I give him a headbutt.
Fantastic. He drops to his knees, blood pouring out of his nose. It was just a ritual. He's shouting as that takes us to cultist number 1, who is going to rush past his fallen comrade. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's got to make a double move to get to you, Valentin.
Uh-oh.
Come rushing over. You can see he's got this black metal dagger, and he's screaming, "For the glory of FRIANT!" as he's rushing forward.
Great, cool, yeah, do it.
Cultist number 2 is where? Cultist number 2 is dead, so you should be gone. Goodbye. Cultist number 3 is rushing forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, plus a dash, puts them about there. I hope no one's looking at the map. I'm cheating. Cultist number 4, because I'm not counting squares, right? Moves to there. Cultist number 5 moves to there. Basically, they're rushing up behind you across that courtyard. Vankus, what are you doing? You were riding on the back of Barnabas. When he leapt, what did you do?
I leapt. I'm going to leap off of him and turn into a tiger.
Just turn into a tiger. All right.
And I will. Well, the one guy is down and prone.
Yep.
So I will just reach around Barnabas and try and shred him with my claws.
That's a hell of a reach around. Okay, make your attack.
Hey, now. Is this it?
Wow.
I thought what I did was pretty cool, but you leaping off of me while I'm in midair and turning into a tiger, way cooler. Way more terrifying.
That's a definite hit. What's your damage?
5 points.
5 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay. This poor man. He screams out as your claws just rip into his flesh. It is him now. He is grappled. He is absolutely terrified, but he is not giving up in the slightest. He is trying to stab you with the ceremonial sacrificial dagger, Barnabas.
Yeah, I've got an 11 AC.
An 11 AC. All right.
You're going to get sacrificed, man.
Yeah, that's what he's going to try and do.
Go somewhere.
Oh, why did I roll 2 dice? I should not have rolled 2 dice. Sorry, that was finger trouble. I will roll again, I think.
Come on, Fantasy Grounds. Just one time.
Well, if he's
Fantasy
prone,
Grounds.
right?
Son of a bitch.
Gotcha. He's prone. That doesn't give him a disadvantage to attacks, does it?
I believe it does.
I think it probably does. as well.
Prone gives you disadvantage to like ranged, I think.
But
I
yeah,
didn't
but I'm
think it was
also
the same.
prone, so I don't know that it is a
Oh,
disadvantage.
you're also prone? Okay, first attack hits, you're taking damage. It's as easy as that.
I'm taking damage.
You're taking damage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a whole 3 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
As he stabs you with the ceremonial dagger. Would you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Come on,
I was about to say it's only a dagger, Cody. You're fine.
It's 11.
It's 11. Okay. You take an additional 9 points of damage as the dagger seems to be draining your life energy into it.
Witchcraft.
Ritual craft, says the priest.
I'm gonna holy headbutt him. I'm gonna holy headbutt him. I'm gonna smite through my head.
That's what you're going to try and do. The gentleman with the spear, who was supposed to be guarding his master during the ceremony, he is going to attack the tiger because there's a freaking tiger on the top of the temple. He doesn't know
That's
what.
good.
the hell it
That's
is.
solid logic.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So that's a definite hit.
Oh, kitty.
There's not a tiger anymore.
It's going to work it out for me, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
just throw damage.
Yeah, if you drop it on,
You'll see
my-
it'll be double dice.
Double dice? No. Okay, well, I'll just roll it there. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And now my D6 is gone. Where'd it go?
Arrange,
How do I get my
arrange
dice
it.
back? Oh, right. There we go. Never mind.
You missed the box.
I did. Okay, so you take 10 points of damage. I missed the... yeah. Okay, 10 points of damage as the spear just slams into your flanks there, great tiger. He then moves around to stand next to you. Draxus, you're up next.
Great. I'm going to run up there.
Sure.
And I see this man with a wicked-looking spear stabbing a tiger.
Correct.
And I unfurl from my hip the only weapon a true adventurer really needs, and I crack my whip at his arm.
Yes.
To grab him away from that spear.
Oh my gosh, that's
Thunderclap.
awesome.
Let's see how badly I miss.
Come on, Mike.
Come
Come on, Mike.
17.
Yeah.
That's definitely hit. Your damage.
Fuck. Well, that's 3. It's only a whip, guys. It doesn't do a whole lot. Just looks
Your
cool.
whip sort of slashes across his arm, and he gives you this pained look. He's like, ow.
How inconvenient of you.
Carries on stabbing the tiger.
What a shape you are. Ouch.
There are some bandits. That's bandit number 1. He's going to come rushing 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Blah, 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 blah. He's going running forward. The other one is rushing forward. Valentine, you are getting quite a few people charging towards you now.
Oh no.
Run away.
You got this. You
Nemia?
got it.
I think Nemia was running up, but sees tigers and other things pouncing on these enemies, and she's like, "I think they got this," and turns around because she just, you see her do quick math, trying to figure out how many people are on top of this, and turns around and sees like 5 enemies right around Valentine. Okay, and starts running back down the stairs. So she's going to, I don't know how far it is from there to here.
5, 10.
Bottom of the steps.
30. So it's a double move to get there. Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna run to about here,
Okay. Sure.
and
Second
then
move.
just yell what she considers harsh words at them. I'm trying to distract them from.
You meanie head. Frick frack.
We could have been friends. You don't know what you're missing.
Those are harsh. They
No,
are
no
deep.
corn cheese for you.
I have so much bread.
Are you trying to intimidate them?
Yeah.
Give me an intimidate roll.
Ooh, this is not my specialty, guys. If you couldn't guess.
We
Nat
noticed.
20. Nat 20 on the most childish shouts.
Do it.
Oh.
That seems about right, though.
That does seem about right. So that's what you're shouting at them.
We don't eat bread. We're glucose intolerant.
They pause. They
That's
pause.
not.
And there's a moment where the one looks over at the other one and says, "They're our friends? Is this part of the show?" To which the other one goes, "No, you idiot! They're enemies! Kill them! Kill them! Kill them!" To which they carry on running.
Part of the show?
Part of the one guy.
That's what the cultists think.
Fuck.
I'm still stuck on glucose intolerant. I can't. Like, I need that on a shirt.
I'm glucose intolerant, guys.
All right.
This one episode, we're gonna make a line of merch.
Yeah. Valentine, you're up next. What are you doing?
Shit,
You have
I'm going to
very
pull.
harsh words being spoken next to you.
I have one bow in hand. I'm not going to pull out an arrow. Instead, I'm going to use my right hand to whip out my rapier and
Mike.
the Mike's face was really funny right there. And I'm going to slice at this guy next to me.
Okay, make your attack.
I do have a little bit of a thing I might be able to do, but it might be before, so don't tell me if I hit yet, because I want to see how well I roll. That's fine.
Okay, you hit.
All right, cool. And then that's some damage.
How did he die?
Cool. I will pull it out and then literally just in the swift motion, just stab him right through the heart and then pull the blade out really quickly and then toss the blade to the ground and then pull out another arrow and prepare my next attack as I move backwards to about here.
All right, that's what you're doing, Barnabas.
Yeah. I want to punish this guy really badly. I'm going to attack him with this machete. I'm going to attack the shit out of him with this machete.
You just attack him.
Just going to attack this cultist. You sons of bitches!
He's rolling around as he sort of tries to avoid being hit by your crazy machete attacks. You slam into the stone, sparks fly, but you just miss cleaving off his ear. It causes him to grin. "Even that protects me, heathen!" he shouts.
I love these guys. I don't want to kill them. They're so great. They're just having a party.
That's your attack.
We're friends.
I'm gonna spit in his face.
The bonus action.
All right, you spit in his face.
I'm trying to give him disadvantage on any attacks against me. I mean, I'm on top of him, right? I've headbutted him.
You're smacking into him. Absolutely. He's just sort of trying to kidney stab you with that little,
I'm in a ruffled shirt. I'm looking for advantages here, guy.
I understand this. He's not covered in spit, which is nasty. Cultist number 3 is going to rush towards the man who's just raped his friend. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's got to do a double move to get up to you. He can't attack you this round. That was cultist number 3. Sorry. So cultist number 3 rushes up. Cultist number 4 rushes up. Cultist number 5 thinks that, well, you look pretty dangerous, Valentine. And there's a horned lady standing on her own, and, well, they always need more of those. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He gets up to you, and he makes an attack against you.
I don't like how he phrased that.
That's a hit.
Sure is.
5 points damage as he slices into you, and he says, "Are you prepared to meet your god?"
Ow! Is her response.
Vankus?
Okay, so Vankus is going to continue doing tiger things to this guy. He's going to try and bite his face.
So you're not going after the one with the spear who's stabbing you?
No, I'm going to go after the one that's down.
All right, the one that's being spat on is currently being ground.
Yeah.
All right, the 15 hits.
All right. So I sink my tiger teeth into his face for 12 points of damage.
We were gonna take him as a prisoner, Dave.
12 points of damage. He screams in pain as blood sprays up into your face, Barnabas, as clearly the tiger has ripped open an artery.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a fluid exchange happening up on the top of the mountain. That takes us to the cultist. He tries to. He's writhing around in absolute pain. He is going to just do a little thing quickly, and let's see what happens. Nope. Okay, his resolve is absolutely steady. He just carries on stabbing you, Barnabas.
Dodge.
Problem with fanatics.
You will go away.
I dodge.
You dodge?
That's you're a Pathfinder guy. That's why it's funny to me.
Right.
I attacked.
Not a thing. I thought
It is a thing, but I attacked. So no.
No. All right. So that hits you. So give me that wonderful Constitution saving throw again, as the dagger deals a whole 4 points of damage to you.
Dodge.
Dodge.
Come on, baby. A 12. I'm getting better.
You are getting better, just not enough at the moment. So you take an additional 12 points of damage.
Yeah, I drop.
You drop. That's right.
Oh shit.
Barnabas is unconscious
And dying.
and dying. That's correct. How do I do that here?
Oh, it'll.
It's going to happen automatically?
When you hit next, it'll just roll a death saving throw for me.
Beautiful. Okay, the spear cultist attacks with vengeance the tiger. That's a miss completely. As that happens, he sees that Barnabas is down and he shouts, "The name of our goddess will protect us as we will sacrifice you all!" Ha ha! Draxus with the whip.
They're very jovial for murderers.
I know, they're like so cute. It's like really funny.
It's a happy call.
Yeah. He's gonna crack that whip again. Crack that whip. 14.
That's a hit.
Perfect. So he cracks that and like wraps it on the guy's arm, and then he yanks him towards him. And I'm gonna hit it with my dagger as my bonus action. Get wrecked.
Nice.
So whip damage. Double click. Whip damage is 3. Dagger damage is 6, and sneak attack 6. So 12, 15 damage.
Fantastic. All
You're
right.
a warlock rogue? What are you?
I am a warlock rogue.
Oh my god! What the fuck? This is awesome.
I am
I
Indiana
don't
Jones.
even know what you are.
He looks at you in panic. He's like, "Evenite, protect us!" As you're just slaughtering him. He's not happy. Bandit number 1 comes rushing up and he attacks Nemia with his blade. Completely misses. Bandit number 2 comes rushing up and he attacks Nemia.
Come on, Jinx.
And hits, dealing.
Making so many friends.
Yep, 3 damage as his miserable blade slices into you.
Oop.
You're up next.
So I think now she's a little annoyed now that she's actually getting hit and realizes people are not friends. And she's going to swing at the gentleman to her right.
So
The gentleman.
bandit number 1 or cultist number 5?
The rude gentleman. The cultist.
Cultist number 5.
He was the first one to attack her.
The rude one. Okay.
Rude one.
Cultist, you swing at him. They haven't eaten in a while. They're all sunburnt. They're very agile. They don't like being touched.
They're all so-
That's what they do. Is they expose themselves to the sun. That makes them very anti-touchy. That's their thing. You doing anything else?
No, she doesn't want to touch this exposed man.
All right, back to Valentine. You're up. You've got 2 sunburnt cultists.
Shit. I dropped. I was stupid. Dropped the freaking rapier. I drop the bow. I pull out 2 daggers on my side, and I'm gonna attack this guy right in front of me with both daggers. That's 2 attacks, but 1 doesn't get a proficiency bonus if I hit it. Am I correct? Right? Okay.
Yeah, and you're attacking cultist number 4 or number 3?
The one direct cultist number 4.
Cultist number 4.
Dagger is +5. So first attack does not have my bonus on it. First attack is a 11.
It's just a miss. He
All right. Second
dances out of the way.
is 9. Those both completely miss. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, carry on.
So I just swing at with the daggers upwards, and they just both completely miss. And then I turn and I see Barnabas fall, and I look at Venkus and I fill myself with rage and skill, and I use my action surge. And as my action surge, I will forego one of my actions to, as a bonus action, give Venkus an attack. So, Commander Strike. I yell at Venkus. I'm like, "Save him! Don't let him die!" And you can get an attack, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I will take advantage of that and try to save him as I was commanded.
Oh, natural 20.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's so awesome.
That is amazing.
You get an extra D8 to your damage, sir.
Oh, well, that would be an extra 2d8, right? So, so that's 11 so far, and another 11, 22.
Holy crap! That was awesome.
How did he die?
That was awesome.
How does he die?
Yeah.
So essentially, the tiger just lunges forward, wraps this cultist's face in its mouth, and just takes a bite.
We
There's
needed him as a hostage.
Just takes away half of his head.
There's a sickening crunch, and then brain matter sprays all over the floor as that happens. Barnabas has failed his first death saving throw.
Good tiger.
If I roll a 1, it's not gonna be good.
You're
Nope.
fucking dead, man. You're fucking dead.
Cultist 3 looks at you with your daggers. He smiles, and he pulls. Well, he's already holding it. He's holding this curved dagger. He's looking at you, Valentine, and he takes his curved blade and he just slashes at you.
I taunt him too. I look up at him and I'm like, "Hit me!" And I point at the green in my chest.
He pauses as you say, "Hit me," because that's not usually what people say. And in that pause, it allows him to completely overswipe as he misses. Cultist number 4 looks at his mate and says, "That is not how you do it," as he buries his blade into you for 3 points of damage.
And then I look at them and I say, you'd be lots more effective if you were both on either sides of me. You could, flank each of my whatever. Do whatever you want. Your footwork could use some. If you were to stab instead of slice.
The one cultist goes, Thank you.
It's just trying to help,
As he moves slightly to the left, trying to position himself. He's not entirely sure what to do. Cultist number 5 is attacking you, Nemia, and he swings wildly at you and hits you. Oof. And the blade digs deep as he does 7 points of damage.
Ooh.
To
Nice.
Nemia. You still standing, right?
Yeah, she's just hanging out.
She's just hanging out. Okay, perfect. Vankus, you're up again.
Okay, so the tiger form melts away, and I'm kneeling over Barnabas.
Sure.
And I will cast Cure Wounds as a 2nd level spell. Make your spirits. No.
Make a spear attack. You sacrifice him quickly to Evernite, hoping that
Perfect. Well done.
I'm going
So
to haunt you.
10 hit points as I invoke the spirits of the land to soothe his wounds.
There you go. You're back up.
Did we get him? Witchcraft.
Yeah, witchcraft. There's a blade coming for your back, Vankus, as the cultist tries to avenge his master's death, but misses completely. The cultist then, he's looking between the whip man with the weird dagger and the no longer tiger type of thing. He's realizing that down the stairs is looking a lot more positive than what's happening up here. So he just takes a 5-foot step back, holding his spear sort of defensively from himself. Draxus?
Does this guy look like he's on his last leg here?
He definitely looks like he's bleeding. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't look particularly healthy.
Great. I'm gonna whip his ass again.
What do you do on
Nice.
top of the
Nice.
pyramid?
Nope, I'm not.
Nope.
Another 2, man.
There's
Yep,
a
I'm
loud
doing what
cracking,
those
and that's
do.
about it. You're gonna move.
You said
No,
you
I'm
could
gonna hit him with my dagger. Fuck yeah, are you
Oh
kidding
my
me?
god. So many
What
twos.
the shit?
Yeah,
You're sponsored by them. They'd up your dice rolls a little bit or something. Jeez.
Number one. Yeah. So you cracking and snapping, but nothing's happening.
No. I'm
Band
just
number one.
amazed as he is.
You know what you
Swings-
need to do next? You need to pop, Mike.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta pop, lock, and drop it, apparently.
All right, he stabs at you, Jenks, and he hits you for another 4 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
No.
You're down.
You see a bloody potato sack on the ground.
No! No!
She just retracts into the potato sack. Like a shell.
Bandit number 2 looks up, sees what's happening at the top of the pyramid, looks around and goes, "That's management's problem. We got ourselves a sacrifice," he shouts. As, he lifts up Jenks' body onto his shoulder
I
and
love
then
these
just
goblins.
starts running away from the battlefield, dragging Jenks' body with him. As he's doing so, he's shouting, "Get them! Get them! Get the rest of them! Go on! Get them!" As he does that, Nemia succeeds your first death saving throw. Back to top of the round, Valentine.
I run 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. And I'll let them take attacks of opportunity if they want to.
Sure. Cultist number 4.
And I also pick up the bow on the ground and I'm grabbing arrows. I'm ready to fire.
How do I get... Ah, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. All right, so he attacks you, Valentine. Attack of opportunity. He misses. That's cultist number 4. Cultist number 3 attacks you, and he hits
It's
for 3 points of damage.
fine. And I just kind of take it and I just keep running and I pull out an arrow and I'm going to sharpshooter shot that bandit.
All right,
And
make
I'm
your
yelling,
attack.
I'm like, they're taking her. And I will probably add a D8 to this roll, depending on what I get. I really want to make sure this hits, and I don't really remember their AC, so fuck it. Plus 8 to that, so that's a 20.
That's a hit.
All right, great. And 17 damage.
How does he die?
Just right through the head, just out of his forehead too. Just fire. He's like, "Go get some jello!" And he falls onto the ground and dies.
Nemir is unceremoniously dropped to the floor, but his body underneath you breaks the fall.
Hey.
All right,
I got,
Barnabas.
I got a mechanical question for you, Guy.
Yeah.
So in 5e, when somebody goes down, they start making death saving throws. Obviously, we don't
Yes.
do that a lot for NPCs and in
Correct.
adversaries. Can we?
Yes.
Can I heal this dude for 1 hit point and use him as a hostage? Or is his face and head just shattered and gone?
It's definitely bloody, but a healing spell will restore
Restore
all
him
sorts
to
of-
1 hit point, right? That's all I want to do.
Bring it back. Yeah, he didn't go to. Well, I'll have to make a saving throw for massive damage, right? Yeah, he's still fine. He's good.
I'm going to pick this son of a bitch up by his hair with his poison dagger, and I'm going to hoist him up. I'm going to, through his hair, cast Lay on Hands for exactly 1 point of my 15 points, bringing him back to life, just enough for him to gasp and breathe to let people know he's living.
Yes.
And I'm going to point this dagger directly in his throat, underneath of his chin, and I'm going to say, "Stop now! In the name of Brax, or I shall slit his throat ear from ear!"
Doesn't seem very heroic.
I I have to save other people, and he said like 400 people, dude. Like we're not gonna find our way out of this. Well, this was the hostage.
I really want
This was the original plan.
I want this to be you two arguing up there, like, stop in the name of blah blah blah, and he's just like, that's not very heroic. Come on, man! I'm just trying to save people. What the fuck?
Also, he said 40 people, not 400. It's not yards; it's people.
He said 40 cultists, but it was like 400 people.
No, there
originally.
are 400 worshippers.
Correct. The worshippers are just watching the show, eating
you,
popcorn
Mike.
at the moment. But yes, the one with the spear looks over. He looks at the incredibly bloodied war chief, looks at you, looks down and sees sort of Valentine just dropping people with arrows. There's this crazy whip guy who's just, whipping, and there's tigers. He very slowly puts his spear on the ground and then stands up with his hands raised.
All of you! And I'm going to kind of start... I don't know, I don't have any movement left, but the intent is to start slowly shuffling down towards Nemia as I kind of look at the... I've got a good point of view, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the entire area. All right, so you're going to start doing that.
I need to get to her so I can heal her. So she doesn't die. And I don't have to, make her pay for more art.
All right.
You wouldn't want that.
That's what that cultist is doing. The one at the bottom of the stairs, I should say. Oops, do not grab the token and move it at the same time. Sees that going on, looks down, looks at Valentine, looks at the entire situation, realizes that the followers haven't come rushing out as well, and they put their weapons down as well. Vankus, you get to act.
All right, I'm just going to start walking towards Nemia as well, and I will cast Healing Word as a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
That spell is so good.
Shut up, Cody.
For 7
Spell of the
points.
game.
7 points. All right.
So I think most people would and jolt away. I think she just...
Like she was asleep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, that hurts. That's a lot. I'm going to have to find a new potato sack. And then she just looks around.
Well, there is the guy lying next to you. He doesn't have a potato sack. He does just have a loincloth.
She doesn't realize she's just sitting on him.
Right. Okay, so Cult Fanatic has put his spear down. I don't know what has happened here. The one that you resurrected from the dead, he is with you. He's like, what do you want?
At the moment, I'm not quite sure.
Where's the boy at?
Where is the girl? You mean the sacrifice?
The one with the glowing thing in her chest.
Valentine's friend.
You're thieves?
No, we have to ask her some questions.
I turn and I point at the green stone in my chest.
She doesn't have anything like... You've got the blades. All right, she's... He points to the top of the ziggurat. You can see the doorway that he was originally hiding in. Beyond that, you can see there's a small waiting room. There's some benches and that sort of thing laid out. And you can hear movement inside as if there's someone hiding.
Drax wants to move that way.
All right. As you step through, you can see there's this very frightened, very naked woman sort of huddled in the corner, and she's clutching this necklace, this amulet around her neck, looking terrified.
Excuse me. You're not going to be sacrificed. Today, at least. Can I see that necklace?
She very, very nervously holds it up. You can see that it's this rather tacky copper thing with a green... An amateur would say it's an emerald. A professional would say it's a lump of glass. And to your trained eye, it's a lump of glass.
Where did you get that?
My grandmother gave it to me, she says.
Can I borrow that for a second? I'll give it right back.
She takes it and hands it very gingerly over towards you.
He grabs it and turns around and walks back out, and he holds it above his head and says,
On behalf of this idiot, I would like to apologize for interrupting your ritual sacrifice. This is not the stone we need, and we're the bad guy now. Go about your day, I think.
I go over and help Nemia up and make sure she's all right.
All right.
And then I will turn and I say, "What do you mean?
This is Glass.
They were going to kill her."
Yeah, they were going to kill her.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what we
natives.
do.
That's what natives do.
What do you mean natives?
That's not what we do. That's not what I do, guys.
We're
I
not
don't-
natives to here.
Excuse me,
They
young
live
woman. Did you want to die?
She's going to say something about it being a great honor while crying. That's what they all say.
Did you want to be a sacrifice?
She's sort of trying to cover herself up, and she looks around, and she's like, I hadn't planned on doing anything else today. It is. I don't want to say it now because the lizard said it already. It is a great honor.
It's too weird now. I understand.
I'm for the record, I'm a dragon, but that's fine. That's fine. I get it.
Jenks is going to turn her head and take this loincloth off the dead guy and just kind of roll him over and try to give some semblance of clothing to her off of that guy's junk over there.
Is everyone congregating at the top of the pyramid, basically? Is that what's happening?
I'm going to wherever the girl is.
All right, she's at the top. Valentina, are you going up to the top as well? We're out of combat, by the way.
Yep, I'll walk up.
So let me break this down just real quick and as simple as I can. Binky, you know how you pray to Brax? That was the same thing, except their prayers require the death of, I assume, 50-50 shot here, virgin women.
Is that true?
I am absolutely a virgin. Yes, it is true.
Ma'am, not your honor. Was this a choice you willingly made? And tell me truthfully. You should have no fear with Barnabas Bray here.
Are you finished?
Yes.
I can't handle this. I can't.
Oh, then yes. It causes the sun to rise, doesn't it? Yes, of course it does, says the chief priest who you're holding on to. It causes the sun to rise every morning.
Wretched little creature.
No, stop it.
I'm
Shut
going to
up.
kind of pull him back and push the dagger in just a little bit to make it very uncomfortable and painful. You're telling me you told her that the sun wouldn't rise without her blood sacrifice pouring down these steps.
Stop it.
Yes, that is the general idea.
No.
Do all of you think the sun only rises due to your sons and daughters being sacrificed?
They do.
There's a general murmuring of yes.
Don't. You're going to dismantle
What we are going to do is we are going to wait here for the next 3 hours, 6 hours. How long till sunrise?
Well, it was 8 a.m., so it would be an entire day.
Oh, shit.
I'm
I'm going to bring him back tomorrow.
Barnabas.
And we are going to watch the sunrise that the great Brax allows the warmth to spread across all of these lands.
Brax! What do you mean, Brax? Give me a grapple check, if you please, as the cultist reacts very, very violently to you mentioning an infinite god in his presence.
I feel like I had the dagger in there. All right.
Do
I get advantage?
Absolutely. You do have advantage, correct.
Athletics.
Yep.
There's the first one. Let me just roll the second one real quick. And 15.
Oh yeah. He tries to writhe around he gets very, very angry, but realizes that he can't go anywhere without cutting his own throat. So there's just he's seething as he's standing
Your
next to you.
shaman is a charlatan.
No, please stop.
Jenks is going to walk up and put her hand on Braxis and just say, do you remember how you felt when I told you I didn't believe in God? Your God, that is.
The true God.
She goes like this and then realizes that's probably not a universal sign and goes, shh. And she just making eye contact with you. Do you think that you would want this? Everyone to proclaim that your god is not real?
Jinx, I believe that there is great wisdom in your words, but do you have a sister, a daughter,
No, because
cousin?
there's no god and there is no family.
You have
There
no
is just
family,
this.
not even a mother. They gave birth and brought you into this world with her great flood.
No.
The Great Flood.
Do any of you have daughters, sisters, mothers?
About 400 hands go up from the quad down below.
And I'm like, not you. I'm looking over at the party here.
Oh, no.
How would you want them to be sacrificed to a falsehood, a lie, that the sun will not rise if they aren't sacrificed?
You're too loud. Do it in a whisper. Right here. Just a small group.
Barnabas, you don't understand their customs. And, maybe you're saving lives, and that's correct, but I have lost family and friends due to a false purpose.
Let the girl speak for herself then,
Barnabas,
and we shall be out of here.
Shut up. If you tell them that their God doesn't do that, then they have nothing to believe in. They're not just going to convert to your God. That's not how this works. You
They're
can't
also
convert
going
the
to be
entire
very
village.
angry at us.
I
Yes.
am going to take this woman away from here, and none of you will do anything about it.
So you're
When
kidnapping.
the sun rises tomorrow, know that this man has led you astray.
Draxus sighs heavily and looks at the other 20 sacrifices.
Yeah.
And then shrugs.
There is as this is going on, the priest who is being held by you, he's kind of rising and falling, and in desperation, and then in anger, and then in confusion as to exactly what's going on. As this is all happening, though, there is a distant tooting of a horn. It sounds like it's coming from the northwest of the compound. Everyone, well, all of the cultists kind of look around at that corner, and then they all look back at you, the five of you, with a sense of, now what do we do?
I look at Barnabas. I want to look, how hurt does he look?
I'm hurt.
Very hurt.
I mean, I don't want to metagame it, but
I'm gonna walk forward and I'm gonna have my hands up, and I quickly kind of move over, and via military strategy and other fighting like tactics, I pull out my dagger, and I'm going to use the blunt end of it, and I'm going to hit Barnabas up the side of the head.
You make an attack with the pommel. All right, go ahead, make your attack against poor old Barnabas.
At advantage, probably from behind, unexpectedly. I mean, I only have an 11 AC.
Yeah, you hit.
All right, so that's a 4. I didn't do advantage, but I rolled 2 d20s. That's a 14 plus 5, so 19.
Yeah,
14.
yeah. I got 11, buddy. I got no armor. I'm in a ruffled shirt.
All right,
What are ruffles? A +1?
Yeah.
plus 1. That's 5.
All right, so I don't know what the official system is, but give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Me?
Yes, sir. When someone's purposely trying to knock someone out.
Oh, I mean, I still have hit points, but
You do still have hit points, correct?
yeah, I way failed that shit.
Sure. So you definitely get this massive thump on the back of your head. You take the damage as normal. Are you going to remain standing?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to... Hell yeah. I mean, dude, look, I get it that these are whatever. There is 0% chance that he is going to let somebody convince other people to let them sacrifice so that the sun comes up. He does not understand. He can't even kind of like there's nothing there. He's just like, this is illogical. So yeah, he'll stab the guy right through the throat. I'll coup de grace him if you'll let me.
Sure.
That's on that coup de grace.
Coup de grace. That's how you say it.
That's how you say it.
Google it, motherfucker.
S is silent.
Coup de grace.
There's a 5 in there. It's also silent.
It's coup de grace.
Coup de grace
It is
him.
coup de grace. I'm telling
Yes.
you. Google it.
That's how it's pronounced, but it's spelled coup de grace.
Correct.
So the coup is graced, and blood sprays everywhere as your dagger just plunges into his neck. It was held ready. It was there. You have the splitting headache at the back of your head. You just stab him completely.
I hit him again.
Vegas, what are you doing throughout this whole thing? You can see that the cultists are no longer really watching what's happening up on top of the pyramid. They're now looking towards that where that horn is still going.
Vegas is kind of confused about all these goings-ons with the stabbings, and this guy probably with his dying breath screaming, Jesse Fraser and Wesley Williamson's twice. Thanks
Holy
for the
shit.
donations.
Wow. Thank you guys so very much.
And so Vegas walks over to the sacrifice to the girl and goes, "So do you want to do something else? You want to leave here?"
She looks at you. What is your charisma?
A 13.
They can't sacrifice non-virgins, she says, and she sort of awkwardly puts her arm down and looks at you.
Oh my god!
I guess I'll go grab her hand and walk into the woods.
I'm going
All
to
right,
leave.
that's what's happening in that back room.
Guy,
Oh,
Guy, I don't want to interrupt, but in response to Barnabas stabbing this dude, I would have totally hit him again.
I'll come back. Absolutely. I expected as much.
I don't want to interrupt either guy, but please take a point of GM inspiration because that was fucking amazing.
Well, that's what I would do if I was going to be sacrificed. Anyway, all right, Draxus, what are you doing?
And he's still holding the necklace.
Who here makes up for the second in charge, I guess? Is there like a backup shaman? Anyone?
Please say
That
no.
causes
Anything.
400. There's 400 people kind of looking, going. And then someone puts the hand up right at the back.
Perfect. That guy. Also, I guess anyone else can respond too. Did I phrase this? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, dumb it down for. Did the gods send stars to the sky recently? To the ground, rather. From the sky to the ground.
400 hands all point to the northwest where the trumpeting has now stopped.
Perfect. Valentin, where did Farkas go?
Oh, Barnabas, that's another 5
Valentin has
damage.
just smacked Barnabas again on the back of the head for more damage. Barnabas has now gone down.
Yeah, that'll yeah. I mean, that'll knock me out.
Correct.
Okay, well,
Insubordinate. What?
you carry him. That's totally fine by me.
Okay.
I think Vegas has gone native and I don't know what tribe this is, but in most of them, that means that's his wife now. Jenks, keep on keeping on. The three of us and Corpsey McGee over here, we got to go that way.
And he points towards where the horn blast came from.
I'm taking Barnabas and putting him over my shoulder. Right,
All right.
let's go.
As you're doing that,
You
the
real-
cultists are all going. The one who raised his hand suddenly looks up and he says, "They no longer have a hostage." This settles into the crowd for a moment.
Move. Go.
Hanks is going to stand at the front and just
Put the knife to Barnabas's throat.
I fucking hate you guys so much.
I will kill him.
Other step, I'll kill him. I really will.
We're having a production meeting after this.
We're kicking you off the show.
What are you doing, Jenks?
I think Jinx is just going to stand in front of all the people as everyone's walking towards the horn or creepily into the woods, and just, you don't have to kill people anymore. Just be normal and love your neighbors. Okay, she's just going to follow everyone else.
Give
in
me
the
a
group.
persuasion check with that magnificent speech.
Nat 20.
Yeah. or not. So they all listen to your speech. Then there is a collective cry as that singular hand shouts, "Get them!" So that takes us. I'm not going to do this initiative nonsense for now because it's just crazy. There's so many of them. You're at the top of the tower. Draxus, where are you running?
Draxus looks to everybody and using his knowledge of spelunking, he says, 50-50 shot. Almost all ziggurats have a back entrance. And he starts to make his way around the building.
Sure. As you get around the building, you see there is indeed the priest's access stairs running down the back of it. From here, by the way, you can see across this open field towards the paddock where the animals are, where those pack animals were. And something is a little bit strange. There is a green glow coming out of that paddock, out of that field. And there are 4 very badly injured looking humans. They're trying to, it looks like they're trying to apprehend a furry creature in the middle of them. But every now and again, they are sort of reeling backwards as if they've been hit by something. That's what you're seeing from up there.
Yeah, and once he sees the stairs, he just shouts, "This way!" and begins to run towards the stairs.
All right, so you're rushing towards the stairs.
Jinx is going to follow and just yell, at least there's 0 dragons around here. Could be worse. He's running after them.
Could be worse. You're running after that. So that's Jinx. Barnabas is unconscious.
Yeah, as Valentine, as you're hoisting me, you're realizing that my nightgown is there's nothing under it, buddy, and so it's just riding up more and more and more and more.
Full moon over the temple tonight. All right, so that's what's happening. Is you're running around the corner.
Is that when your tattoos, Bahamut Zero Dragon and Wesley Williams? Thanks for the donations, guys.
All right, that's what's happening. He's dead, so
They're actually on the top of his thigh, right into the buttocks.
Yeah. Vankus, you're the last one still on the stairs here. What are you doing?
Oh, I'd already kind of was making my way out of there.
That's right.
He was having marital bliss.
Oh yeah, you're having conjugal rights in the top of the temple.
Gosh.
I'm trying to save this poor girl from being sacrificed here.
Whatever you're going to tell yourself. Dave.
Fucking thank you, Dave. I mean, thank you.
Hashtag Vankus True Hero. Okay.
You hear everyone shouting, "Run!" Are you going to stop your activities, Vankus?
Oh, you know what? No, I think we probably ducked inside the Zagregat where everyone else was kind of in the confusion.
Correct.
So we're definitely splitting the party.
All right. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
He needs at least 30 more seconds.
Just the party, Dave?
That was so bad. 15.
Okay, so you're still good to go as everyone else is rushing towards our fellow heroes here.
Did you just make me make a sex check?
It's not a question of whether
It should have been a performance check, if anything.
Oh,
that comes later. All right.
It was a stamina check.
Back to the top of the round. Draxus, where are you going? We're not initiative anymore. Sorry, I keep saying top of the round.
We need to run like a Wesley Williamson.
Well done. Where do I see this paddock? Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot how massive this map was.
It's a big map. The paddock is to the northwest. Just beyond it, you can see the edge of the island. Quite literally, you can see the edge of the island.
Can I I can't ping the map, huh? Is that a button? Target mode? This one? Boop. Nope. That? Nope. Okay. F me. So he's running towards the paddock.
I will put something there for you.
Do these look like? Can I make out what kind of animal this is?
Sorry, what kind of?
What kind of animal it is?
It looks to be this very gray beast of burden because there are various animals here. There's some horses.
So they look rideable.
They do look rideable. Yes.
That's all I need to know. Absolutely. So he is going to absolutely move towards wherever I missed. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's where I thought. He's going to move towards that.
All right, so you can see those bandits are around him or around that one creature, and then the rest are sort of milling about. Okay, so that's what you're doing. As fast as you can, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay, dokes. Then Nemia, what are you doing?
She's close behind, just kind of posing in the space. I don't see... Whereabout are we now on the map? It doesn't look like we moved our...
On the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, you're on top of the pyramid.
Yeah, she's going to catch up to follow.
Sure.
absolutely. And Valentin, you're still running with him?
There's a crowd chasing us.
Yes, there is.
Up a ziggurat.
Yep.
Upstairs.
Yep.
1,000 ball bearings go tumbling down the ziggurat as I release them from my mouth.
You release the ball bearings of doom. Okay.
Incredible.
That's spectacular.
And then I keep running.
And then you keep running. All right. So these poor little... Wow, their dexterity saves are quite amazing. Apparently, ball bearing dodging on the stairs is a pastime. Look at that. 16, 20, 18, 18.
Oh my god.
Damn it!
They see those ball bearings coming down towards them. However, what they don't anticipate, and this is what you can do for me, is that as the ball bearings are bouncing down those the stone stairs, they're bouncing higher and higher and gaining velocity because remember, you've still got that binding spell at the center of the planet, and they're made out of metal. So they're starting to gain velocity. So you can roll 2d4 damage to each of these cultists as they start to get peppered by these metal balls cascading down the stairs.
There's that one.
3 and 4, 7 damage. Okay.
All right, cool.
7 damage knocks out that cultist. And that cultist.
Awesome.
And that bandit is slightly damaged.
Good.
As he gets peppered by these ball bearings.
Bearings, haha. Them are the
Ball
most
bearings for the win. Okay, so that's what you've done. You've thrown the ball bearings and you kind of move back to where you were. Venkus, back to you. You're still busy going and having fun. Back to the top of the round, which is back to Draxus. Draxus, you arrive at this field, I'm assuming, because you were still running forward, right?
Yeah. Yep. I'm getting over there.
Yeah, you arrive at the field and you can see now that the bandits, 2 of them are completely unconscious. One of them is lying there screaming. There is this little gray donkey standing on top of him, and it's currently eating his hair as he's lying there screaming. He seems to have been completely disarmed.
Oh, no.
The rest of the animals are sort of standing there looking stupid.
Well, as they do. He comes to a screaming halt at the entrance of this paddock, and he looks back and he... Jenks! I have a friend for you.
I love friends. And she's still out of breath for running down the hill. And she's just
Most out of shape monk ever.
It was downhill.
no, she's not. It was the running up. Everything was dead and running right back down.
Stairs, not stair day. All right, so you come rushing over. You see this donkey standing there busy eating the hair of this guy. He's screaming, help me, for the love of God, help me, get this bloody monster off me, is what's being shouted at. Are you going to do anything?
Can I investigate for, are these bushes right in front of us?
Yeah,
You're
they're
going to
little
investigate the
little
donkey?
bushes. Yeah.
I want to find food and try to tempt this this animal.
It's on your horn.
You've probably still got that the
You
crust
have your friendship bread up there.
No, it's. I don't think. Do I have any? Can I roll to see if I have any bread left?
Yeah, go roll the d20. If you get above 15, you've still got some bread left.
Yes.
Come on, the most important roll of the night.
Investigation?
No, just roll a 20.
Oh, just roll a one.
Yeah, just roll the d20. It's just basically a luck check.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
There's some crumbs, but it's just no good. Give me a survival check to see if you can find some berries that are edible.
Yeah. She's just that's gonna be her next move, is to look for berries.
Sure.
She's just looking around.
Okay. Valentine, you're at the top of the cigarette.
I am going to there's nobody behind, so I'm just gonna keep running with Barnabas in tow and make our way down. What's we going? Where are we just moving? What's going on?
Like you get to the edge and you just see that we're gone.
From up here, you can see that the two, that Draxus and Nemia are crouched behind this low scrubland, scrub bush type stuff. And beyond it, there is this little gray donkey standing on this man. It appears to be eating the back of the man's head. However, you can see very, very clearly that the donkey's chest is glowing green.
Oh.
I run for that donkey.
All right. You are
And
rushing down.
We're making the trailer come true as we are running towards this.
You're running
Oh
towards
my
that donkey. All right.
I really hope not, guys, for my sake.
Please run up and
Vegas.
say, Donkey,
Oh,
can you
boy.
save us?
Donkey.
Bankus, you are now to round 3 of these rites. There is a shout from a voice that seems to have been shouting before, and it's basically, they're going after the sacred donkey! Get them, everybody! And there's just this
God damn it! It's the fucking goddamn trailer.
this shout erupts from 400 people who before were just happy to watch the various leaders be sacrificed on top of the pyramid, because that's ultimately what it's there for. That's why they built it. But now the sacred donkey is under threat. That's a different story. All 400 of them start pouring out of the building, rushing
Oh
to
no!
Oh my god.
Oh no!
your lady friend is in the throes of passion and does not hear this. What are you doing, Bankus?
So is there a way out of here? Is there a back door we can
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
get out?
There is.
Thanks, doll. Is there a way out of here?
I was laughing at
That
the
was the
second
back
part
door
of
to
that.
play your cards right.
Well, I think you'll be safe from being sacrificed now, at least.
She looks up at you a little bit cross-eyed. I don't know, I guess.
So I try and convince her to show me a back door out of here.
Sure. Well, it's very obvious. It's just a large open doorway. She pushes it open and she points. There are these stairs going down the back of the pyramid.
But you got to spit to get the door to open.
It's just around the corner.
Oh my. Well, I will head out the door, look around, and see if I can't.
Yep, you can see everyone is running towards this large field where there's this donkey standing on top of this man.
Oh, I'll ask her, what's up with the donkey?
It has been blessed by Evenite himself. The stars fell just yesterday, and the donkey was blessed by the star. It has healing powers. It raised a woman from the dead yesterday.
Oh, wow. So this Inita, you know, I keep hearing his name mentioned. Who is that?
The god Evenite is the god who makes the sun rise every morning, and we have to placate him with sacrifices.
It's apparently a lot of sacrifices. How many people do you sacrifice each day?
20, 30, depending on how good it was the day before. If the sun is cloudy, we know we have not appeased him enough, and we must sacrifice more.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Where do you get all the people from?
Oh, there's a city not far from here called Drome something. It's an elvish city. We get a whole bunch from them regularly.
Do they know what? Do you steal them? Do you buy them? What do you do?
I'm not sure of the actual logistics. I think we hire them as construction workers at a low wage, and then they come over, and then they realize they're not building anything except for the greatness of our people.
Damn it.
But I guess some days they don't get enough people, so they got to grab people from the village here.
No, we feel that a mix is a good way so that the god doesn't see us as circumnavigating the entire system that has been set up for our religious beliefs.
This is an incredibly well-spoken
Yeah.
native.
We're gonna kill her. She's like,
She's like a savant.
So this goat or this donkey was just blessed the other day.
Yesterday, as a matter of fact, it was the strangest thing. One moment it's just a usual donkey. Well, not a usual donkey. It's a horrid ass. But sometimes it's now it's blessed. Yes.
Well, you know the human I'm traveling with, Valentin. He's also blessed.
He is very different. There's no doubt about that.
No. He was blessed too. Can you see, like, she explained the stone, right? She said about this.
The glowing stone. Correct.
Yeah.
I'm
going to take her and start moving in that direction.
She seems to have forgotten her nakedness as she starts wandering down, talking about the virtues of her belief. Draxus, back to you.
I'll grab her dress on my way out because that seems like the polite thing to do.
Because you're
It's
a
a
classy guy.
Yeah, you grab a robe.
I'm not great with animals. What do you got?
Hearing the screaming sound of 400 people behind you charging towards you. I'm not going to put 400 counters on the board.
Yeah,
Just to mention.
We
no,
should maybe go.
I'm feeling a lot better with animals now. Now that I hear the 4,000 charging Lord Screamers. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go in there. Guys, come on. We got you. Look for berries. I'm gonna just. Hey, donkey.
It stops chewing on the hair and it looks up at you with these two very brown eyes.
You want to get out of here?
Can I name it?
Hey.
I'm finding it food. If you feed it, you get to name it.
Yeah.
Are we going to take this donkey with us? Because if we are, we need to go now, and they're probably going to chase us to the ends of the earth.
Which is only a couple of 100 yards away.
Yeah, I guess so.
What are you gonna name it?
Jenks,
What are you gonna name
Jenks
it?
like grab a
I
few
will
berries.
destroy you, Cody.
All right, you grab a few
Grab
berries.
a few
What was
berries.
your survival check, please? Give me a survival check as you grab some random berries.
That's fair.
Okay. You grab some berries. They're probably not dangerous.
It's okay. I'm not eating them anyway. She runs towards the goat and just.
It's a donkey.
This is a lot of pressure. It's probably Wesley. That's going to be your name. We got berries for you. We got to go. Wesley. You got green, and she points back to Valentin and goes, "Our weird friend has green on his."
Look, I'm your friend. See, Wesley. Look.
The green friends.
It looks up at you, Valentin, and then its eyes seem to focus on the 400 cultists currently charging towards you guys.
Run, donkey, run.
It spits out the hair and says, "Well, shit." And that's where we'll end. We'll see you again next week.
Oh my goodness!
Well done.
Episode.
Donkey
It ended
talk.
with like the animated is like dun 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 dun, and it's just the donkey's face.
The donkey talks.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned. This was
Well, shit, indeed.
What
a
game.
magnificent episode.
Actually, Cody, you're
back on.
unconscious, not stunned.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I
there
love
we
you,
are.
Jacob.
Thanks,
All
everyone.
right. So, guys, real quick, if you're watching here on Twitch, you're watching on YouTube, there are links that Mike and Dave will share for the Gleam contest. That is going to be for Dungeon Painter Studio. We're going to pick out 3 different winners, I think, right, is what we decided. We're going to pick out 3 different winners. We're going to shoot you guys Steam keys so you guys can enter in from whatever country or wherever you live, Antarctica. If they, I don't know, does people have access to internet in the Antarctica with
If they
Steam?
don't have access in Antarctica, they'll be making they'll be very unhappy.
Well, if you are in Antarctica and you have access to Steam, we will. You of course are allowed to enter in as well. So, guys, again, we have a new show launching next Tuesday. This game is going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that should be European friendly. I don't know what time. Somebody convert that. Not Jacob. Somebody else convert that for us over into European
At 5
time.
hours.
There we go. Whatever Lauren said, I trust her. So yeah, please come hang out. That Jacob's going to be in that game. I'm going to be in that game. Dave's going to be in that game. And we're going to have Jeremy Pilipo from Black Magic Craft, who has a killer YouTube channel as well. That if you guys haven't seen it, you can make some absolutely sick dungeon stuff over on Jeremy's channel. So, and we're going to be playing that game with Daryl Hayhurst, who is one of the writers for Torg Eternity. And we're really pumped and excited about that. Beyond that, of course, we want to give some major love to our sponsors for this show. If you guys want to support the show, the easiest way to do that is supporting our sponsors. So Elderwood Academy, they make killer gaming accessories. You'll find links to their stuff down below. We just did a giveaway with them. Congratulations, winners. Dungeon Painter Studio, since day one, has been a part of Saber Dice. So all the maps that you guys have ever seen on the stream are built in Dungeon Painter Studio. And of course, our favorite wonderful virtual tabletop of choice, Fantasy Grounds, which is also available on Steam, and I think is that on sale right now? Dave, do you know? Are they still doing their October sale? I think they might be, but that's available on Steam. So big shout out to our sponsors for that. I'm Cody. We got Mike, Lauren, Jacob, Guy, and Dave. We love your faces. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on Tuesday, or we'll catch you next Wednesday. Take care, guys.